I just finished eating some humble pie because the Bulldogs absolutely destroyed their opponents this week. They went out there and they showed us why they are still a chance for the top 8, even more so than teams like the Broncos and the Storm. Laurie Daley continues to prove to us that he has no idea what he's doing as a coach, and thank God he said he's stepping down next year. And guess what? Just as our co-host Zaatar predicted, the officiating has changed come Origin time. Now, we're going to get into all of that, but before I do, I need to introduce my favorite co-hosts in the world, Dibbo and Zaatar. Welcome, gentlemen.
G'day, mate. Good,
How you doing?
Good, mate. Good.
Not too bad. Make me feel special. Make me feel special.
Yeah, don't read too much into it. Now, how are you, gentlemen? How you guys finding this round of footy?
Yeah, it's good to be back to almost normalisation. 8 games in the round, and the referees putting their whistle away, kind of anyway. Almost there. The bunker still blundering, so we're almost back on normal footing.
Almost back to normal. Almost back. It's good to see the 6 against come down, which has been a bit more enjoyable.
Oh yeah,
but some of the quality of the games, I still say a bit
The wet weather and probably that final Origin game playing on the minds of some of the players, probably not overextending themselves, but
I think, like, even though some of the games' quality hasn't been that high, overall,
No.
we're not seeing blowouts. I think that's a great thing. We're seeing teams not being affected by momentum swings as much as they were before. Like, you remember in the beginning of the year, like, a team would gain momentum and then the other team, it would be impossible.
It's literally half time.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I could turn it.
That was it. Whereas now, I feel like teams can reverse the tide a little bit.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think it was the Rugby League eye test who did a statistical analysis of the number of 6 agains that are happening now as opposed to maybe 6 weeks ago. And I think the 6 agains have actually halved. So 50% less 6 agains than this time 2 months ago, which is a good thing overall. But I think that the fact that the NRL, after announcing a massive, $5 billion, $4 billion deal, right? It's a $4 billion game. It's nothing to sneeze at. Are still incapable of getting consistency with their rulings, and the way that the officiating is happening is a bit scary. And I think we'll go into that a little bit more. But this is a predominantly Bulldogs podcast, and the Dogs won convincingly. They defended like their lives depended on it, and they attacked. They scored 30 points. And undoubtedly, the change in officiating has definitely impacted the way the Bulldogs are playing. But I also think Critter going in at 6 has made a huge difference. But before we get into all of that and talk about the Bulldogs and talk about how they're going to do a Panthers-like run to the finals this year, I want to talk about our segment. So first one is Barry of the Week. Now, this week we had a couple of absolutely astounding calls. From the very first to the very last game, you could probably pick a moment from each one and say that was the Barry of the Week. But we have, I think, each chosen one. Yeah. We'll start with you, Baldy Man. What was your Barry of the Week? I know there's a few you want to talk about.
I think most of us are going to lean to bunker decisions.
Yeah,
100%.
But my bunker decision of the week was Tamale catching the ball. His foot.
Sorry.
His foot was outside.
I was still confused hours later. I was like, what was that? What was that call? What was wrong with that?
The worst part was the touchy was less than 5 meters away. Like, the touchy was like a running blindfolded, like running with his eyes covered.
Do they not know the rules anymore?
You can't challenge it, apparently, all of a sudden.
You know what was interesting is that in every shot...
Why does that need to be challenged?
That's the thing.
That's, that's to do with the touchy in the ref directly. And the bunker, they should... Why should that need to be challenged?
I don't know what the touchy was doing.
Every photo of that incident has the touchy, like, so
in the
close
frame.
to it. Every single frame has the touchy there. How does the touchy not...
Specsavers.
Honestly, it's so disappointing because...
Do you remember when the refs were sponsored by Specsavers?
That was after
need to bring that back.
Wasn't that after Dez's OPSM comment?
I think it was. Is that when he was at the Dogs? Yeah, the OPSM comment?
Was it? Or Manly? Or either.
Yeah.
I think it might have been the Dogs, yeah. How did he cop flack for that? Like, honestly, it's a kick up the arse. Open your bloody eyes. What are you out on the field?
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
There's so many things that
Like, what are you doing? Just standing there going through the motions, waiting for the technology to cover your ass? Because as we found, people operating the technology still get it wrong. Like, badly wrong.
how do you? But if
Like,
you're
focus.
if you're watching, like, if you're in the bunker and you see that, no, in fact, Sevelia Tamale has done the right thing by his team.
They probably won't even pay attention doing the Uber Eats order or something.
Like, as if you can't say to the
That's
ref,
you.
"Hey, dude," or even even the one against the Warriors a couple of weeks ago.
Warriors deserved it. Oh, the two picky knock on?
No, not the two picking up on the. They were watching the clock to do the dropout. Like, how do you blame the team for that? That was a clear error. Like, there has to be accountability for that. There seriously needs to be accountability. Anyway, Dibbo, what was your barrier of the week?
This one doesn't involve the ref. It involves the video ref.
Yeah.
And it's Philip Sami's second try.
Oh, yeah.
Because the referee didn't want to award that to his credit.
Yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure everyone sitting at home saw the ball dislodge and him never get control back over it. That was definitely a no try. That was more of a no try than the one that Couchman pulled off on, who was Ethan Strange today? The first one. Remember when he was on Toby Couchman came and hit his arm?
Yeah,
if you're watching the
yeah.
game? That was less of a try than that one because Strange got control back again. But they're ruling that Couchman, it touched the ball touched him as well. And to turn around and must be the only guy in Australia that thought it was a try besides 3 Gold Coast fans was just ridiculous.
Yeah, 100%.
But everyone's reactions like are very telling as well.
Like the commentators.
Try saved.
Yeah,
Even the commentators
yeah.
are like, well, where's he regain control? You saw the ball dislodge.
And it rolled. Like,
It rolled.
Yeah,
that was
it
no
rolled.
try.
Like,
That was all, nothing to do with the ref now or those touches. That was all the bunker.
and the ref actually, I think, had it right to begin with.
Yeah, he didn't want to award it.
Yeah, and you
because
can
he
tell
saw
the
it
commentators,
get dislodged.
which is, and that's sort of let them back in the game. That and Sherry coming back in and just not defending. But anyway, we'll get into that. My barrier of the week is also from the Raiders-Dragons game. It was that knock or no knock on that led to the second
All of a
runaway
sudden-
try by Savage.
All of a sudden, they don't know what a knock on is. I mean, a forward pass or a knock. You can't rule a forward pass, but that wasn't a pass.
Well,
that was a deflection.
I am 100% sure. And in fact, I know for a fact that they have ruled on deflections before, and it was against the Bulldogs. Even though they say they don't rule on forward passes, they rule on deflections. And I remember Kickow had a similar thing where he deflected the ball.
That was in the final
Was that the
last year.
Was it the Melbourne Storm final?
against Penrith.
No, there were other ones. I remember that there was a couple where they ruled that it was a tap on, and therefore they could call it forward because it wasn't a pass. Right? This falls into the same vein. The problem is, right, that it wasn't ambiguous. It was so clearly forward. Like, if you have all these angles and you still don't see how that went forward, because the thing is, you don't need to be able to see or not see. Because what are you seeing? Like, what pixels do you fucking see on your screen? What are you seeing, cuz? Just call that. Do you know what I mean? Like, bro, what are you actually seeing? Just talk to us. Tell us what you're seeing, and that's good enough.
It's not.
I guess I wasn't. I'll tell you, I wasn't even close to infuriated by the wrong call because I was really pissed off with the same culprit throwing a second intercept. Like, honestly, does he play for the opposition? He reminds me of a goalkeeper that stands in goal. Your team dominates. You score 4 goals. You dominate 80% of possession. You're unlucky not to score 8 goals. But because he's standing in keeper, they shoot from 40 out. The ball rolls between his legs 5 times in the game, and you lose the game 5 or 6-4, for example.
Yeah,
It reminds you
100%.
of that. He just loses the team single-handedly.
He had 2 try assists for the Raiders.
He single-handedly has lost them probably 3 or 4 games this year, single-handedly with his intercepts.
See that
the
game?
first one was his fault as well.
See, he's had some, since his dad's left, I thought he's had some.
There's less pressure on him, but
He's been less.
and less noise on him.
Yeah, he's been, I'm very worried
He
to
went
say
from
okay.
he went from 1.5 to about 3.5.
Yeah,
out of 10.
honestly. But that game, if Dean Young has any self-respect, you would drop him. You would drop Carl
They
Flanagan.
got to find a way, and thank you, Elmo. You got to find a way to not play him in the 7. And honestly, there is a quick fix. Gutherson at 6 because he loves running and handing off the ball, right? And Atkinson can go back and play 7. That's your quick fix solution. They're still atrocious in the halves, but less atrocious than before.
Well, the season's
and
done.
Gutherson's got a bigger boot anyway, and he doesn't have to mark from the fullback.
The season's done.
You know, like Terrell Sloan, right up to that knock on, had a really decent game. And there's a few other candidates that could play fullback, I'm sure.
100%. Yeah, I felt really bad to Terrell Sloan.
If you want, go blood someone from reserves. Maybe Tyler Peckham-Harris, for example. Or maybe try liking King Togo at fullback.
Well, you can bring him in at 6 and have Danny Atkinson at 7.
Thank you.
And
just like, find a way not to play him at 7.
Like, the thing
pay
is,
him out for the year next year and see you later. Copper hit next year. Pay him out. You don't need him. You're not going to use him anyway.
Like, I could say they were the Barries of the week, but I kind of didn't want to pile on Cole because they were really bad.
No, I'm just saying, you can't pile on that. I mean,
they were really bad.
But that's not the Barry.
They were really bad. Like, honestly, that game, like, we're going to get into it, but that game for me
was another crappy game.
It was, not only was it a crappy game, but the Raiders
when's the final?
Should have lost that game. Like, by no metric,
that was
should the Raiders have won that game.
There was barely any open play. Like, if you think about it, it was like 2 errors from Canberra and 2 errors from St. George. Gifted, it was like 4 long-range tries because of that, really.
Look, I thought it was like they were giving it their all. They're just two teams playing with zero confidence, zero self-belief. So it wasn't always going to be, it was always going to be.
Dragons dominated possession and territory, but because their halves aren't creative, Canberra remained in the game and just got gifted 2 opportunities.
We'll get into that game. My Barry of the week, as I say, was that forward pass. Like, the bunker has now made some really shoddy calls, and the thing is, I feel like they're under pressure to give try confirmations too quickly. And it's causing them to make errors.
Yep.
I think they're making too many errors. And if we're serious about the quality of the game and the quality of the competition, and we want a 20th team in, South Island, New Zealand, we need to get this shit right.
I don't mind as long as... I'm happy for a 20th as long as the talent doesn't get skewed to a few favourites of the NRL, where they allow certain loopholes for
I wouldn't
them
mind
to
just a
retain players.
VAR system to come in, where the ref on the field is responsible for the final decision. He goes to his little corner, reviews the play, and he either confirms his try or
similar
takes
to
it back.
Similar to the
soccer.
NFL, they consult on the sideline, and the coaches have a right to challenge.
So just to explain to the listeners, how does it work? Like what?
So if anyone's watching the World Cup, if you're not, you're a traitor to your country.
They're still getting it wrong.
Oh, no, they didn't get it wrong. You just don't understand the rules. But
wow, them fighting words.
The Colombia guy was ruled offside, really?
Because he woke up with Trezvine. What about the Iran one?
Well,
that was offside.
What was the guy doing at the back?
Bro, honestly,
the keeper becomes the final line of defense.
It's the second last line of defense.
Yeah, so this time it was the keeper.
Yeah, the keeper moved up, and we're all accustomed.
Him out. Okay.
But essentially,
all right, back to rugby league.
Back to rugby league, guys.
We got carried away.
So what happens is the ref on the field will rush off like he's going to save someone's life to the side of the field, jump into his box and rewatch the play, and then either issue a red card, yellow card, the goal, no goal, whatever. This year they've introduced the automated VR, whatever, like a similar bunker to review goals and final decisions. But the ref has the power to go to the sideline, review, and make the call. Usually takes them, I think, up to a couple of minutes. And then on the loudspeaker, in front of the whole stadium, calls out exactly what the decision is. Talks through his thinking. This happened, that happened, final decision, red card, sent off. Whatever it may be. But they're responsible for it.
I actually think that would also be quicker than going to the bunker.
100%. 100%. Like, at least, like, there's one central point of failure.
Yeah.
There isn't, like, 50
I agree.
people debating a decision. Or introduce more technology and move towards AI. Like,
look, I don't like the idea of going towards AI. What I think, like, if I'm honest with you, the way I look at it is, if they have so many different angles and they're spending all this money and they have all these people in the bunk,
they're not spending that money though.
Because, like, for example, for the tries where we're not sure if the ball actually hit the ground, there is clear technology that can.
Hotspot.
Oh, 100%.
Hotspot.
Like, even beyond that, like, I was at a AWS event a couple months ago, right? But there was some sporting tech there. I've never come across sporting tech, right? I was like bewildered with some of the stuff they've got there. Like some of the soccer technology they got, NFL technology, nothing on rugby league that I saw over there. And that's probably because we don't go out to the market and get these guys to build stuff for us.
And they would.
100%.
A lot of technology is transferable. So if you can do it for a round ball, you can do it for a spherical ball. Like it's not hard.
Like FIFA this year has a tracker in the ball.
Well, the ball need to be charged before they get played with.
So why can't we have something like that?
But the NRL is not yet. I don't know.
Brother, with $4 billion, I'll build it for you.
No,
and I'll
honestly.
give you a granny flat on top.
2-bedroom or 3?
3-bedroom,
Oh, 3-bedroom granny flat.
one bathroom. $600 a week rent, guys.
Oh man. Look, I agree. The technology is there, the money's there, the people are there. We just need to be better for the sake of the game. Given that we've got, now a $4-5 billion game. All right, defensive player of the week. There were a couple of good ones this week as well.
there
Actually,
was.
I'll start with you, Zaatar. What was your defensive player
I'm
of
going to
the
take
week?
it before anyone takes it, and it's going to be Tuala's try saver on Bo Firmo, I think it was.
Yes.
He tackled, and he knocked it on. He literally just dropped it cold. He should have scored, didn't, because Tuala, mad.
I thought that was 100% going to be a try.
Yeah, I thought that as well.
Yeah,
Because
bounced out.
Sherry opened up like
Fantastic.
it was like the Red Sea splitting all over again, and
Ball
Sherry
popped
ran
out.
away from it. And yeah, both form running straight through, but Tuala proved his worth, man.
What
He's
a
worth
tackle,
every
right?
dollar and more.
What a tackle.
Yeah.
Bro,
He
Didn't
doesn't
give
get
up.
his fouls
Didn't
enough.
didn't give
Yeah.
up.
Like, I want him to score some tries so, like, he can start being wrapped for the tries he scores, but try saved is as good as one scored.
Mine was Kalen Ponga chasing down Makasini because
Yeah.
young legs and Ponga. And then, Dom Young was coming as well.
Yeah.
And then
He's
Ponga,
quick, that.
Yeah, he
Dom
is.
Young.
Quicker than he
was
looks.
He was actually going to get there before everyone. But then, if Ponga wasn't there, he would have got to him, I feel.
Yeah.
And then after Ponga made the tackle, they were sliding towards the try line. Then Dom Young came and thought, shit, I better put my body weight here. 'Cause they would have probably slid over the try line. And if you look at it at the end, it was 12-6.
yeah.
So
That one try would have made the
that
biggest
one
difference.
try could have been the other way around, and it's Newcastle, panicking.
Yeah.
And, so that was my defensive play of the week.
And the
Elmo?
second try was off a line break as well.
Yeah, of
Nice.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dylan Lucas. Yeah,
No, I'm saying the second try for the Knights was off a line break.
yeah, it was
Young.
Dom Young. Yeah. Important. Didn't overplay his hand. Important
Played
intervention.
really well today.
They blew a few chances on the right. I mean, Gagai kicked the ball out once, I think twice with Dom Young open.
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't have a kick it, he scores. He doesn't have to pass. But anyways, they got home in the end.
It was very, very poor
That
completion.
Dewey makes a massive difference,
Yeah.
man. Shish.
Actually, that's one we didn't. We're going to get to them.
yeah.
Actually, sorry. My defensive play of the week was a Warriors player's tackle on Jermaine Asako. There was a try-saving tackle on Jermaine Asako.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Tanner Stone.
Stal Smith.
Yes.
That's the one.
A forward running back into
Bro,
the
I
corner.
could not believe he
Yeah.
made that tackle. I was like, they're in here, and Stal Smith pushed him just enough so that the ball
Yeah.
landed on the dead
Dead
ball
ball.
line. And I was just like, for a forward who was like pretty like,
He was edge. He was a fringy.
yeah, he was a fringe player. Like
Yeah.
he's got Barnett, he's got Fisher Harris, Leke Halasima,
got
Vaiamunga, Laban, all these other
Forward.
like
He's got it in his
yeah.
pedigree, I think.
bigger names. And then Stal Smith, like he's starting, mind you.
Yeah.
And then for him to make that tackle on Jermaine Asako as a prop, like that was very impressive. On a very quick winger who is a very good finisher.
Yeah.
Like that guy, Jermaine Asako, gets them 9 times out of 10. And for Stal Smith to make that tackle was very impressive.
Yeah,
It was
fantastic.
was
very,
really good
very
tackle.
impressive. I just couldn't remember the name.
Yeah.
But there's so many hyphens in that team.
There was one from the Dolphins earlier.
Yeah,
Hammer. Hammer's tackle on.
in the middle.
Oh yeah, was it Laban that crossed over and he held him up? He couldn't get the ball down.
Was it Laban? It was Laban. I think it was
think it
Laban.
was Laban.
Yeah, it was.
That was decent game. Well, when we get
No,
to
that was
it,
a
we'll
great,
get
I
to it.
honestly thought that was a great
Yeah.
game. That was a good game. All right, now attacking play of the week.
Well, I'm going to take it before you take it because we had a chat about this 10 minutes ago. Adam Dewey's strip. That's the cleanest and best strip I've seen in the NRL. Like, feel free to link us videos in the comments, but I'm pretty sure that's the best one I've seen because it was a clear break and he got him on the fly.
Bro, that
It was
was-
like 10 out of 10.
And on that, guys, if you are new here or if you do sort of linger and haven't subscribed, click that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up. It helps us with everything that we do and it helps us continue to keep the channel active and moving forward. Dibbo, what was your attacking play of the week?
Mine's going to go, it wasn't overly spectacular, but Selwyn Cobbo. He was the hero in Origin last week.
yeah, that was a great
He wasn't having the best of games.
Knocked the ball on 3 times
yeah,
in...
but then to finish off, I think he busted 3 or 4 tackles. and got the win. And what a good feeling it is for him to continue his return to form this season. And we all know what Selwyn Cobber can do when things go right for him, and he's full of confidence. He's a joy to watch.
Good reminder for the Broncos. Should have kept him.
I agree.
So that's my play of the week.
Yeah, that's a good call because that took a lot of confidence for him to make that run after dropping the ball 3 times, coming out of yardage.
And he had to pick up a pass that was not clean. He went to ground.
In the rain.
Yeah.
So it was a great call.
Good on him.
My attacking play of the week is the 110-meter try that the Knights scored to win the game against the Tigers. Yeah. Dom Young gets the ball
Good one.
1 meter in his from his dead ball line, runs around, gets to the 60-meter line, and then throws a long pass to Bradman Best, who runs and puts it
Ran
under
his way into a state of origin.
Yeah, honestly,
side.
he did. He ran. and honestly, that try reminds me of a try that the Cowboys scored. Matty Bowen makes the break, and he gives the ball to...
you're talking about Ty Williams?
Yes, the Ty Williams try.
Against
They ran
Manly.
Yes.
Yeah, he beat Beaver and Stewart.
Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
That was a 110-meter try.
Palmed up Beaver as he comes, but Stewart hurt him off with a palm for about,
Yeah, that's right.
for what felt like forever, 20 metres or
Ty
something.
Williams was pushing him, and then he
What
gets
a
it
try
down.
that was.
Actually, also, the rake the strip by Adam Dewey reminds me of a strip by a famous Bulldog, Tony Grimaldi, against the Knights.
Oh, okay.
There was a great try. I'll see if I can find it. I'll link it down below. And they're using the exact same terminology that they used to describe that one, like a thief in the night.
Yeah.
It was unexpected. Tony Grimaldi just runs. I think. I don't remember who it was. I'll have to see if I can find it. But honestly, the player was running so freely, and then Grimaldi just grabs the ball and just puts it under the try line. It was such a beautiful, beautiful strip. That's what that one reminded me of. All right, sweet. Now, we didn't put our tips up last week. We were all very busy. I was busy with a personal business project. Zaatar was very busy at work. Dibbo, as always, ever the capitalist. So we haven't been able to put up tip reviews. We will this week, and we will tally our scores as well. We'll put them up. But let's go quickly. Who did you tip? Do you know what you got for your tips?
Oh, I haven't even checked.
I haven't checked.
You have to go game by game to know.
Go game by game. I'll tell you what I
All
tip.
right, go. We'll do Eels and Rabbitohs.
I never tipped Eels.
I went Rabbits.
Yeah, I went
Rabbits
Rabbits as well. Titans, Bulldogs.
Dogs.
Bulldogs. I think I said 36-12.
You did say 36-12.
Yeah. Interesting.
Wrong.
I went Roosters. I know for a fact
I
I went
went
Roosters.
I went
well.
Broncos.
No, I went Roosters.
Dolphins, Warriors.
I went Warriors.
I went Warriors as
I went
well.
Waz as well.
Bloody
Never
Warriors.
backing you guys
I
again.
went Panthers.
Panthers.
Yeah,
I
I
went
went
Panthers
Panthers
as
as
well.
well.
Yeah.
I went.
I lost. I went 0 for 3 yesterday on Saturday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't tip Manly because I thought Fosball was dead.
I think I went Manly.
I went Manly because it was 4 Pines.
I think I went
No, I have
Manly.
no respect for Fosball.
I can't remember. I gotta double check that.
Honestly, you may think they're frauds, but I actually think that they'll be
Frauds is harsh. I don't think they're competing
Actually,
for premiership.
I don't know. I think I might have gone Storm. But then Jerome Hughes didn't play.
No, I didn't go for the Storm because Jeremy was and it
I
was
didn't check the team list.
I didn't check
no,
that.
it was 4 Pines
I
Park.
think I went Storm. I got to check, but
Yeah.
that one I can't remember. I think I might have gone Storm.
Raiders and Dragons.
I went Raiders.
I went Dragons.
I went Dragons as
Silly.
well.
Right.
I went Newcastle last game.
I went Newcastle
Yeah,
as
I went
well.
Newcastle as well.
So I went
Tigers are frauds.
4 for 8.
Yeah, I
5
definitely
from 8.
went Raiders. So what do I get? 5 out of 8.
Yeah, I think I got 5 out of 8.
Oh,
as
we all
well.
got the same.
All right, so let's get into the reviews. We're firstly going to start with, right now what we're going to do is we're going to review the Bulldogs versus the Titans, and we're going to go into a little bit of depth today because I feel like we didn't release an episode last week talking about the win against Manly. We're not going to go into that, but what we are going to do is go into a little bit of depth about the Bulldogs' performance against the Titans. And I'm going to start a little bit by saying that I don't always enjoy eating humble pie, but when I do,
You're a coward. Why are you apologizing?
it's nice. I'm not apologizing.
Nah.
He's come back groveling.
Screw you.
Come back groveling.
Everyone call him out.
Hey, they are.
Guy's
They're
the
going to
biggest
remind him.
pessimist.
They're going to remind him get the razor ready.
Get the razor ready.
the hair clipper ready.
He's put some one-sided bets in
He
the
said
chat.
4 out of the next 7 he'll shave his hair. I told him in a month's time you'll be shaving your hair. So I'm pretty sure they're going to win their next 3. Well, they've won 1. There's 2 to go.
I have to put a disclaimer though. I strongly believe, I am of the opinion, and I will die on this hill, that a big part of why the Bulldogs are making a run and are playing a lot better is because the officiating has changed. I think that
maybe, but
No,
but the
the
defensive
stats-
resolve's been a lot better too.
Yeah, but we've also conceded 50%
Look at-
less 6 against
But look at
and
them
penalties per
scramble.
game.
Did
no,
you
no,
see
no.
them scramble?
But the way the
There's
game
a
is
massive
officiated
difference in that.
changes the whole dynamic of football.
There's so much effort coming from everyone now that we're
Yeah, no,
seeing
no,
them.
no, 100%.
I don't disagree that they're better. Hang on, I'm not saying that they're not playing better, but I'm saying that
Sounds like you are.
they've. This is what I have to put up with. I get hated on by people online, and I get hated on by my favorite co-hosts. Thank you, guys.
You're only co-host. You're literally only co-host.
Keep going that way, and you won't be. No, but so you know, I think the Bulldogs have started to put in a lot more effort. I think they're starting to get some decisions right. At the same time, the officiating has changed, and what it's doing is it's coalescing in the Bulldogs being able to play a lot better footy, right, at the right time of the year. So if you look at the way we defended against the Titans, I'll be honest with you, I thought the Titans for the first half weren't bad. I don't think they were bad by
The
any
errors
stretch.
killed them.
They had a few errors. It wasn't even that many. They still completed at about 82%.
Yeah, well, it wasn't just their completion though. It was like it was still counted as complete set if you get to fifth tackle,
Oh,
and
it's
you
yeah,
it's horrible.
But our defense, honestly, it was 2025 defense.
Yeah, I know.
Rushing up, being in people's faces,
Yeah,
right,
100%.
and choking them out, stopping them from making the right decisions. This is all on the back of number one, having to do less defensive sets in a row because there's less 6 against, but also I feel like King and Thompson are dominating forward teams, forward packs for us.
We're definitely winning in the middle,
We're winning the middle.
and that's like for the Bulldogs fans that weren't convinced and all the Leo Thompson haters. That's something we've been saying since Leo Thompson first debuted for the Dogs. That his impact was immediately there. Even if, like, he started with errors, right? Like a lot of errors in his
You
game.
know what they want? They want 260 meters,
Yeah,
45
like the Payne
tackles,
Huss
2
effect.
tries,
Like
3
unfortunately,
line
there's
breaks.
only one Payne Huss.
Yeah.
and there's
That's what they want.
Jackson Ford, very different build, and he's had a great season
Yeah.
so far. Unfortunately with his injury, but not every player plays the same.
100%.
But his defensive, like if you look at his stats, he's averaging 40 to 50 tackles a game. Like I'm not.
150 meters, 65 minutes. That's average, not one game. That's average.
It's like really solid stats. Like if you took out the name and told me another forward, whatever name, you might say AFB was pulling out those.
Barnett.
The thing is, AFB got into Origin with like less numbers.
Yeah.
To be quite honest. Like,
Yeah.
let's be quite honest.
All these guys, I feel like, look at Supercoach or NRL Fantasy and think, yeah, that's a good player.
That's what Laurie Daley looks at when he's picking his team
100%.
coach points.
But I also think the impact that people aren't also calculating is that he's had a very positive effect on Max King.
100%.
Max King is back to his, I think, I mean,
don't think he had a broken jaw.
he did, no.
Yeah.
But his form on the back of having someone like Thompson next to him has taken him to the next level.
I
You
think
can
he's
s-
playing better than he did
he's-
last year.
Yeah, he
Before
runs
got selected
harder.
for
You
Origin.
reckon?
Yeah.
I think maybe first half of this season he's definitely playing a lot better.
Well, I'm looking over the last couple of weeks. Like
Last month?
he got injured during the Penrith game, and it's
Yeah.
been a while since then. But over the last month, I think he's been holding down that middle,
Him and Thompson.
especially with the go forward.
And don't forget, it's been without Preston, without kick out, and then last week without Tupanua, who make a big difference. Preston, for the longest time, was our go forward. He was our spark. He was everything for us. And to not have him there and still be dominating the middle, for me, is so. It's really positive when you look at we're actually missing our whole back row,
Yeah,
and would probably be one of the better back rows in the competition. Kick out Tupanua, Preston.
kick
Right?
out Preston healthy, fully fit. I think is the best back row combo in the comp.
It's
at the moment,
fantastic,
yeah.
right? But then you got Tupanua. You put him at lock, just to play as a second another prop. That's the best lock row one of the best lock row combinations, lock second row combinations in the game. So for them not to be there, for us to be winning the middle the way we are, I think is a big part of why we're playing so much better. And the thing is, it's not that it's just happened now. We have been saying that our forwards are winning the middle. We've been saying that for how long now? 6 weeks?
At least 6 weeks. And we weren't blaming our losses on the forwards. It's our back row. It's our like back line that's been
We
costing
were
us the
so
game.
clear about that. And the thing is, the only game I think we lost the forwards was against the Dolphins. That was the only game I felt like we lost the middle. Other than that,
We lost everything that game.
we
but-
did only in the second half. But regardless, like you can't take away from the fact that Thompson and King have been the platform on which everything was done against the Titans. And the Titans don't have a small pack. Tino,
Just cowards.
Moaki Faraweka, Aaron Mahau, Kurt Morin, the Bulldog.
I remember how had a game to forget.
He did,
Poor guy.
but I felt like we put him under a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
We put him under a lot of
See
pressure.
that face ball he caught?
Oh.
And he didn't know it was coming.
I don't. He was ready to. He was ready to chase.
Yeah.
That was slack. That could have been a barrier of the week, but yeah, it comes down to that. Now, you know, a lot of people are still going to say, but you know, at the end of the game, Thompson dropped a couple of balls or whatever. Dude, the guy played 65 minutes. I think he made 43. Hang on, let me tell you how many tackles he made.
To be honest, 2 errors in a weather game. Our errors do still hurt us. That's something we need to get out of our game.
100%.
He is on the receiving end of a couple of errors. He does need to clean them up out of his game, but to be honest, by then the game was already done.
38 tackles,
Yeah.
only 3 missed. Yeah? 65, hang on, I think it was 65. Let me show you. 57 minutes, 16 runs for 164 meters, 44 post contact.
Fantastic.
fantastic.
effort.
For a
Yeah.
prop, if he's doing this week in, week out, what more can you ask of him? Genuinely.
200 meters.
No, bro. Like,
Less
You
errors.
know what? Like, you got to look at it. You got to take it on its merits. Sometimes they'll do 16 tough carries for 100 and say 30 meters.
yeah, that's right.
And then some guy will do 21 hit ups, and 19 out of the 20 will be so easy. And it, like, you know,
Yeah,
like the
100%.
team's on the back foot
Yeah.
all of a
So
sudden.
it's like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
eye test
They're
of
like,
the
oh,
guys.
look at that, 230 meters. But when it comes to the tough crunches in the middle, the guy's nowhere to be
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah.
You know, that wins you the battle.
Just taking edge runs.
Honestly, Leo Thompson's leading from the front, as is Max King, Abu Hercules. He played his 150th and got a try against the team he debuted for. That was great to see. He played well too. 14 runs, 152 meters, scored a try, 48 minutes, made, I think it was 33 tackles, only missed 1.
He represents England, does he?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
going to represent England.
Born there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our forwards are definitely holding down the fort. Now,
But he can represent New South Wales.
Yeah.
we spoke a lot of shit about Josh Curran.
He played his best game in blue and white.
I think he's played his best game in blue and white.
Yeah.
You know why?
I still don't change my opinion. I still think from the start of the year he shouldn't have been in the team. And we should have just brought in the
No one
younger.
cares about your
But
opinion. Everyone's got one. They're like assholes. But
Nah. Not everyone
He
has.
was everywhere, Josh Curran.
No, but-
Not everyone has one.
He was everywhere.
Not
Josh.
everyone has an asshole.
medically, no.
How good was he? He was everywhere.
Bro,
Josh Curran.
yeah, he was
and-
really
and-
good.
and you-
It was a menace.
And do you know why? Because he's playing in his natural position of second row. That's where he was
you go.
always
I
wanted
thought it
to
was
play.
center.
Who came out with that suggestion?
That's dirty, bro. That's Serrano's never gonna live that one down.
that was bad.
Center, bro. There was his justification after the game.
He only ran 91 meters, but if you judge it by the eye test, he was one of our best players on the field.
Yeah.
In attack, in defense, he was
He
everywhere.
was involved. He was busy.
He
the
ran
whole
hard,
team was
yeah,
busy as well.
But he ran so hard and he
Yeah.
combined so well with Critter.
Do you think our halves only know short balls?
No, I think that Critter's pass selection was really good.
Okay.
I thought Critter's pass selection for a guy who's never played 5'8" before was,
If you look at all our tries, I said 99% of them are short balls.
but they work. I mean,
I know.
sort of. Now the other guy I need to give a rap to, who's really starting to come into his own. I mean, we spoke about Anari Tuala, fantastic. Like, I reckon his center position, as long as he stays in form, is locked down. Like, there's no one that can move him from that
Yeah.
center position, in my opinion, right? Jethro Rinakama. I thought this was his best performance as a Bulldog.
He played really well.
He was everywhere. He was chasing hard. He was running hard. He was in position. He was taking the tough carries into the meat of the defense. And I was like, this guy, he's a winger. He has
Yeah.
to be there. He can't be dropped.
He's starting to become like Laurie Takiri, eh?
I mean, he's still got a while to go.
It doesn't matter, but he's still coming. He's coming good.
He's coming very good.
Yeah.
And I thought he linked
Safe
up
under the high ball as well.
very safe. He's linking very well with Inari.
He's
Yeah.
tall. He's tall.
Yeah.
So for me, that was such a good sign, like to see him coming into his own and do some things that I think like we've wanted from a winger for a long time. He's tall, he's fast, he's good under the high ball, he takes the tough carry. So he's everything that Serrano wants from a winger and more.
Yeah. He's not that fast though.
Well, if you look at him against Saab last week,
Yeah.
he was only outpaced by Saab by a little bit. He doesn't look fast. But if you go back and watch him up against Saab, remember we were talking about it? He only outpaced him by a little bit.
I rate him. I 100% want him in the team every single week.
Like if you
no
drop
doubt.
him for a Montoya, just like, why would you? You know what I mean?
No, I think that ship sailed, bro.
No, he'll get dropped for Montoya's farewell game. Then
That's fine.
And then you guys end up missing out on the finals. That would hurt. Far out. He'll be in the top 8. He's lose the game by he's can't afford to lose by 40 plus. He's end up losing by 42. Try consider the last 2 minutes. Anyways,
what
is fantasy?
Before we talk about the big elephant in the room, the one big discussion that we need to have about our halves, were there any other players that you stood out for you guys?
I thought, as a whole, the team over the last couple of weeks has actually played like a team.
Harry Hayes started well. I don't know why he got a big stint in resting. Why?
Yeah, he only
He got
played
a big stint off the field. And that's when he's a rock. So remember that first half you guys had? That was the best. I don't care that the Gold Coast is sitting whatever 15th or whatever it is. But that was the best half of footy, that first half that Canterbury played all year.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Even though he's up only 12 and he deserved to be up 24-0 plus. It was controlled. It was dominant. He's choking the life out of him. And that took it out of him in the second half.
Yeah, that came back
Yeah.
and repaid us at the end.
Yeah.
Which was what we did last year.
Yeah, exactly. And to be honest, I thought he used the interchange well this week. I thought he was staggering our props, but it did show. It did show when
Also desperate for Max King and Leo Thompson to come back on.
because when they came off, we lost that ascendancy
Settled
in the
it.
middle.
Settled
Yeah.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
But the good thing is, like, when a Kikau or Preston come back, someone like Harry Hayes goes back to the bench, who I think will add a lot for us off the bench. And then as Jack Underhill, Lipboy, Hopboy, as they continue to build their abilities at prop,
They had good games, but
I don't think
they're
they had
just
bad
not.
games.
They're just not at the.
they still
And
very-
we expected that from the juniors when we were all crying out for just get some young guys in. We expected them not to be super dominant. We expected them to make errors, and we could cop all of that as long as they're getting game time.
Yeah, 100%.
So
And they are.
next year when we have an injury, or the year after when we have an injury, we're not blooding someone anymore. We're bringing someone that's had first grade experience and coming in and just it becomes a bit more seamless. Similar to how Tupanua is coming for Preston, and if anything, we gained. Like Preston's a massive loss, but Tupanua brought something completely different.
Yeah, very different. And he's great. Like,
Exactly.
And I reckon if Bronson Cherry didn't have to go on, I reckon Alec Lasimi would have got a run as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I
Bronson-
feel that, yeah,
But
definitely.
I feel like Bronson having to go on affected Alec Lasimi being able to come on. But
I'm happy he made the call as well because in the past, Serraldo sometimes wouldn't bring an outside back in.
Yeah.
That's all right.
And Kiraz will play through an injury, for
important.
example.
Kiraz needed to come off
Yeah.
there. You could tell.
What's the diagnosis on Kuraz?
I haven't read anything.
Wasn't it just a gash?
Oh, no, he was. That
was last
a
week.
knock to his ribs, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it
the
was
rib
the rib.
shot, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, the good
That's
thing,
fine. He'll
I
be
think
fine.
he'll be
Because we
fine.
got
It was
a
a
bye.
Friday game, and then he's get the bye.
He
So
actually
he's literally got 2 weeks.
He
to
actually
recover.
could have come back on. Remember,
Yeah,
he was on
he
the
was ready, he was ready.
He was ready, but they didn't want to risk him because we were doing too
no
well.
point.
We're winning
No.
anyway.
He's already
Yeah,
won.
that's right. So I mean, look, great. I did.
Serraldo obviously doesn't have him in his super coach team.
But I will say though, Bronson Cherry came on
bad.
and had his worst 30 minutes for the Bulldogs.
I think
Who?
he played at the wing. Look, he played on the wing, so it's probably like a bit.
I think it was interchangeable. I don't think he came in on the wing straight away.
But we see when he was defending, he was always on the right. At
I
the
think
end.
he got the call because the first try he came in on, he came in at centre and Tuala moved, but he rushed up and he let Phil Sutton come in for his first try,
bad.
and then I think the call came down, switch, bro.
And
Like,
then he
this is not happening.
and then he stuffed up again.
Yeah, but by then the trust between him and Tuala's
They didn't
gone.
establish it, yeah,
It's
they
gone.
couldn't establish
It's gone.
it. No, but look, there are rumors out there that, and we put this up on our Instagram, so be sure to follow our Instagram. That Bronson Cherry signed with the Storm for 3 years. Apparently, the Eels wanted him, but he said no, thank you. I don't want to be embarrassing myself. So he's gone to the Storm for 3 years, and apparently we've signed Jesse McLean from next year.
That's a good signing.
Look, it's a great signing because if you think about it, we're losing Jonathan Su'a, Marcelo Montoya is retiring, and Sherry is going
Who's Saw going to?
the Bears.
Oh, yeah.
And Sherry's going to the Storm, so we're
It's a
going to
loss.
need to
Sua's
bring
good.
someone in, right?
Yeah, Jesse McLean's a really good player.
He was ahead
fantastic.
of Casey.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
But Casey's a freak, so if we can get Jesse...
So Jesse was ahead of him until he copped the season-ending injury, and then Casey came in.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, look, who knows? I'm not gonna sort of count my
I'm not gonna
chips for
say
the head.
I'm not gonna say he's like $1 million superstar or anything, but we do.
If he's anything like his brother,
yeah,
we're in
he's
a
a
good
laughing.
position. Yeah. All right. Now I want to talk about Critter playing 5'8".
playing 7, playing halfback.
Let's go. What are your thoughts on it?
I don't think it's a long-term solution. And after the Manly game, I had that chat with you.
He was
when I
ordinary in
first-
that Manly game.
Yeah,
Despite
so
kicking
he
the
was-
winning field goal.
Yeah. So I don't think he's a natural 5'8". I think what he offers in the halves is IQ. And it's not a knock on Burton, but I just feel like Crichton has a better grasp of the game, better read of defenses, better read of numbers, better read of what's actually happening at that point in time. And he's able to make a call on the fly on what he needs to do, what should be done, who needs to get the ball, march the team around the park, whatever. Like just all like the basic stuff like we'd expect from like Sean O'Sullivan or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think he brings a presence about him. I don't think it's a long-term solution there. I still think we need to bring a 7 in. Right now, no. I wouldn't bring anyone in because he's doing his job. And as long as the season's still alive, I wouldn't risk it at this point. I still think he's a center. Like, we don't get any of his running game from the halves. Maybe that's something he'll evolve in the next couple of weeks as he gets a bit more of an understanding of defense in the halves.
He did mention
shape.
their post game
I
chat
heard
with
that.
Fox.
Yeah, but like
There is something he did well in that game.
he's also very media trained.
But he did something well in the game.
What's that?
He took the ball to the line, and
100%.
That's what he did really well. And then he found the runners.
Also,
that was brilliant.
It also took, although the coach hasn't spoken about it, it's taken a lot of pressure off Galvin. Because
much
like the spotlight, like unfairly has been on Galvin.
Oh, he had another
like-
stellar game.
Yeah,
He was
but
one of our best.
the
again.
spotlight has been on him consistently for the last 18 months.
He
ever
might
since
get your
joined.
player of the year this year.
I would say that's Tupunua. Either Tupunua or
Well,
Tuala.
No, not. I reckon Galvin. I reckon they'll give it to Galvin.
Galvin's been
Galvin's
fantastic.
been fantastic.
Bro, I think in every single game, he's played every single game this year, and in every single game, he's been in our top 3.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says. Galvin, bro, there's
Most games anyway. If not every game, most games.
Bro,
yeah.
so many people hate on Galvin, but they don't realize how good Galvin is.
It's just media. It's just media beat up
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Nah,
the
it's-
Gould haters and the West Tigers fans.
Even Bulldogs fans, bro. It's the dumb fans that don't watch the game beyond the. It's gonna do it. Like, come on, bro. Watch the game. Actually, look at your team. Look at who's doing what.
Guys probing all the time.
Yeah,
And-
he engages the line really well, but it just frees him up. Like he doesn't have to do, and he never had to do it before because I still think Burton's boot is better than Crichton, even though Crichton's boot surprised me. Burton's got.
did, yes.
I still think, but I don't think anyone could disagree. Burton has a better long boot. He's got better hang time, whatever. But Galvin's just free to do whatever he wants, and it's really Crichton setting up the sets.
How many tries did Crichton have?
Yeah.
3?
So
4?
actually, I was gonna say
Yeah.
that, right? Stephen Crichton in one game has 3 try assists.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Burton has 3 for the whole year.
Well, there you go. He took it to the line and he found the whole runner.
I think your point about footy IQ is spot on. This is not to bag Burton out,
Yeah,
right? But this is to say that I think the Burton experiment at 6 may need to become let's experiment with him at centre.
yeah.
I
I'd counter you with.
That's not an experiment, him at centre. He's already
See,
proven
what I
centre,
counter
and he's
you with
good at it.
is if Galvin wasn't in our team and we made this change and Burton was wearing a 7, even though he's not a 7, I still think Burton would have been playing fantastic. I think Burton has been a victim of not having a proper 7 outside him.
Look, I'm with you 100%. But what having Critter at 6 is exposing is that in attack for creativity, he is better than Burton. So far.
Yeah.
Like, I know this is a quick jump from, Critter only playing there 2 games and he's got 5 try assists or whatever. But let's be real. We've been critical of Burton this year.
Yeah.
He's had 1 good game at 5'8". And he was good. Why? Because he ran the ball.
Yeah.
Right? Not because of his passing, not because of his creativity, because of his running. Burton was great against the Titans because he got the chance to run. He runs hard and he runs smart and he's a lot quicker than he looks.
You know what he
Probably
does really
quicker.
well as well?
How many half scoots?
Galvin does that really well as well. But also his eagerness to get the ball from centre.
Yes.
He actually goes searching for it. And
Yes.
that's something Dibbo brought up about Crichton not doing at the start of the year when he was playing centre. And it could have been because he was injured. Whatever the reason is, Burton actually goes looking out for the ball.
Yes.
Like, it's not by mistake that he does 15 to 20 runs a game in his last 2 games.
Yes. So Burton at centre
Good thing.
ran for 113 metres.
Yeah.
Galvin at 7, mind you, ran for 170.
Yeah.
Which, you know, like,
He had a couple really good dummy half
bro,
scores. as well.
great. Even Burton had
Yeah.
some great scoots. So, I don't know. I was very critical of it. But I don't know if I'm a believer yet, but I think from a creativity in attack perspective,
Well, something needed to change, right?
yeah, well, that was circuit
Yeah.
breaker. We needed the circuit breaker, and I think moving Critter there, I think
I'm just excited to see your next game against Canberra. Get the win.
Hmm.
And then move on to the Tigers.
Critter stays there.
Yeah, of course.
I think he stays there. As long as the season's still alive, he doesn't change.
Yeah, as he said, it's not going to be the long-term solution.
It can't be.
Yeah, but
Like, if we go into the off-season and not make a signing
Yeah.
for, like, fullback and
Or he might have
restructure
to-
the spine, like...
look, if he's make the finals with him at 6, then he deserves another go there if he wants to play there next year.
No, that's
start
a fair
off.
call.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well,
To start off.
I was about to say, the only difference is, or the only caveat is that if he stays at 6 and he's getting 3-4 try assists a game, look, obviously he's not going to do that every game,
Yeah.
right? But let's say he's averaging 2 or 3 try assists a game. We haven't had that from Burton ever. Have we not had that from Burton? We haven't had that from Burton ever at 6 at the Bulldogs. Again, this is not to shit on Burton. He played great at centre, right? But if Crichton proves that he's actually a capable 6,
He might just earn the spot long-term.
but he's not playing like a 6.
No, he's not. He's playing like a 7.
He's playing like a 7.
Yeah.
That's why Galvin is able to play like a 6. And
Nice
what's interesting about him in the halves alongside Galvin is I'm starting to see Galvin, especially this week, to run the ball like he was at the Tigers, where people started making all these big claims about how good he was. He was running the ball. He's choosing his passes better. He's that young.
He's also just dancing around the line as well. Like, whatever, I get tackled, but you don't know what he's going to do. Is he going to run? Is he going to pass? Is he going to kick behind the line? It just adds like 3 different decisions the defender needs to make now.
which we haven't had for a while now.
No, we always thought it was short ball or it was going to go around the back, one of the 2 options, but he wasn't going to do much else because he had to plan for the next set or the next play all the time.
And I felt like we were critical of Burton. I think we were right to be critical of Burton in that I felt like he wasn't taking enough pressure off Galvin.
Yeah. That's, like, to be absolutely fair, that's a coaching issue. Like, that's the coach's fault for placing all that burden
But no.
on Galvin.
No, but hang on a second. What I'm saying is that maybe Burton doesn't have the character to be in that leadership role.
Maybe he doesn't want to.
Yeah, that's actually a great point because Critter, when he's at 6, he's naturally confident.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's
Aura Maxi.
It is really like he is.
That's my captain.
He's comfortable to say, "Give me the ball."
Yeah.
He's comfortable to say, if I fuck up, I'm gonna cop it on the chin. Yeah, I can make a mistake and tell the coach that's okay. We made a mistake. Whereas I feel like Burton is always trying to prove himself one way or another.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas Critter, you were saying before, like that he sort of has the IQ. I don't think it's just the IQ. I think it's confidence as well that makes a big difference.
Yeah, 100%.
And
100%.
Critter has that confidence in himself. So for him to have that confidence and then to almost inspire Galvin as well to be better at 7, even though they're technically sort of... I don't even think there is a 6-7 here. I think they're just playing like 2 halves, go out there and get us some tries.
Yeah.
Do you get me? So I think it's that confidence that Critter's also bringing that's making it easier for Galvin. But then it's also had a really positive impact on Haywood. Because this is the first game, or maybe the second game this year, where I felt Haywood is a proper 9.
Yeah. He picked his moments really well this game. And he didn't overplay his hand. Like, it's easy for him to, like, respond to the criticism or whatever and just come out and overplay his hand and just try whatever he wants. But he picked his moments perfectly. He had a couple dummy half runs.
Got us a couple of 6 games.
Got us a couple of 6 agains on the back of them. When we're attacking their try line, he had, like, based on his experience, he had no right to choose to bypass Galvin and Critter and still went to Rinakama because he...
What a cutout pass.
It was
what a
like
pass.
It wasn't the cleanest pass. It wasn't a Harry Grant pass.
Doesn't
but
have to be.
It was perfect. He got it to where it needed to be in front of his player. His player was able to. He was able to create a 1-on-1, and Rinakama was always going to win that. Just crash over the line. That's all he had to do.
And it was,
But it was his ability to look up, realize the defensive line moved past where they needed to move, and he got past them.
and the great thing is what was that in that instance, I think him playing as a 5'8" when he was younger actually helped a lot because he was able to count the numbers, spot who was where, and throw the pass that he needed to throw. For me, like we've smashed Hayward from pillar to post.
You
this
called
year.
him Cameron Smith earlier in the year.
I did, but we've been really harsh on him, and I think he was very good.
knock on him, like character-wise or anything like that, for all the weirdos out there that think we're here attacking players. He wasn't the 9. It was more the Bulldogs administration not filling his role with the actual 9. Put all this pressure on him, but it's starting to reap some reward, I guess. The next couple of weeks will be really telling.
Yeah.
But I thought he had his best game at hooker ever this game.
I mean, I'm happy to cop that. What do you think, Dibbo?
About Hayward?
Yeah.
He even took a dart from dummy half once or twice, if you
Yeah,
recall.
it was like 3 or 4 times, man.
Yeah, like,
don't knock him,
yeah, he's, look, it helped with his confidence. He threw that pass to Rinakama because really he's a half. And he should be getting better service from dummy half. But to play direct from dummy half and throw that ball was really good. It's something they should expect more of. So we'll see how they finish the year. Maybe you know, we'll see how they go.
It's just another threat. If he keeps playing like this, there's another threat on the field. Because in the past, he wasn't a threat. Yeah. Like, you knew he was going to pass it to Galvin, Critter, or whoever was in the halves.
Yeah.
Or Salmon.
But good look, Sam. I thought Salmon was okay.
I think everyone had 7+ out of 10 game.
Yeah.
Like, this game, it's too hard to knock anyone in this game.
All right. On to the Titans.
Rubbish. Demote them from the comp.
I don't even know much to say about him. Like, the only positive I can say for him is Philip Sami. You know,
scored a hat-trick.
And he's leaving at the end of the year. Good pick up for the Dragons.
He just keeps trying. He never stops trying. Philip Sami and
I thought Jaden Campbell had a shocker of a game.
Yeah, he did.
He had a few barriers himself.
They kept him
poor
quiet.
decision making.
Yeah.
they really.
There was it 2 or 3 times where they
Really marked
couldn't
up
get
on
to their kick on 5th and they had to give the ball on the 50 or the 45
That was
or
Harry
whatever.
Hayes and Curran harassing him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got bullied.
They did.
Zane Harrison, like from the highs of last week to the lows of this week, will be better for his development long term. But
I rate him.
Yeah,
Your defense brought him to a shuddering halt. Let's just say that.
like it was like very suffocating defense from the Dogs. Line speed was immense, borderline offside. For the non-Bulldogs fans, they'll probably say we're offside, but get over it. We really suffocated them.
And I thought like we really shut down Keanu Kinney.
Keanu Kinney was really the only spark they had.
and
And
wouldn't let him get
and
through.
every time he got the ball, we were on top of him.
I think AJ Brimson as well looked threatening sometimes. Like him and Keanu Kinney, I felt like were the only ones that were going to inspire anything. Because don't forget, AJ Brimson threw one of the tries for Philip Sami. I thought he set it up really well.
Is he want to come to the Dogs?
I hope so, man. He would be so fantastic.
Some of the service from dummy half. Who was it? There's
Pasco.
There was someone else as well. I can't remember who came off the bench. Some of the service to the halves made it that much harder in the first half.
Was it Josh Patson? No, wouldn't have been Josh Patson. Chris Randall, maybe?
So I can't remember the name. I'm going to have to watch it back, but I know some of the service that Zane Harrison and Jaden Campbell got in that first half particularly was shocking.
But to be fair, their forwards were very soundly defeated.
Yeah, 100%.
Like even
they
Tino
had no impact.
Yeah, Tino ran 15 runs for 131 meters. He averages 10 meters a run. He only got 131 meters. Mo Foraweka, 10 runs for 96 meters. And just to tell you how good our defense was, Tino only had 8 post-contact meters. That's not like Tino.
Sensational.
Yeah.
That's not like Tino at all. Aramahau only ran for 20 meters.
Kept him quiet.
Right,
Yeah.
so our defense suffocated them. You know what I did like though? I did like the way that Curtis Morin was embraced by the team at the end of the game.
I love Curtis Morin.
Oh, well,
man.
I do. He's such a good player. Such a Bulldogs junior.
Like, I didn't want anyone from the Titans to score except him.
Yeah, I see.
But not enough to.
He got
like,
close too, huh? He got once. He got close in that run.
You know what? Once a Bulldog, always a
Yeah,
Bulldog.
wallah.
Yeah.
Time to bring him and Kyle Flanagan
I
back home.
Cole Flanagan was not a Bulldog, bro. He was not a Bulldog
Once a
original.
Bulldog,
Curtis
always a
Moran
Bulldog.
has family history with the Dogs. I reckon one day we get him back.
Brad Moran, Curtis. You know, he re-signed with the Titans till 2029. He
Good on him.
extended.
Good
Oh,
on him.
very nice.
He
Congrats
deserves
to
it.
him,
Honestly,
yeah.
bro,
Deserves
this
it.
year, I feel like he's in career best form.
He's their best player. I'd say he's their best player. From the forwards, I'm looking at the forwards.
Oh, yeah. He's been their standout.
And he's not even the biggest guy in their pack.
Him, and I'll be honest, Armahal has been really good. Armahal.
Cooper Bite, was he?
He was injured. He didn't play this week.
Okay, good.
He's been okay, but I think Armahal and Curtis
Yeah.
Moran have been their two best
Yeah.
by far. Look, I think it's a game for the Titans to forget. They will, though, need to work on their fifth tackle options under pressure. I thought that is what let them down the most.
Yeah, it's their discipline. Like when they were, they did get hammered, right? Like in that first half, like possession was disgusting. It was 65-35 or whatever. They'll learn from it. They're different side to the last couple of years. Like they're very different. Like they've improved significantly, like leaps and bounds on
I
last
agree.
year.
No, I agree.
think last year's team or the year before's team, even without rubbish attack, like where it is at today, we would have put like 50 on them.
Could I say, I mean, yeah, all right. But I actually want to say that for the first half, I actually think that the Titans defended very well.
They did.
Like, they made errors, but wallah, they defended so well. And we had no right to only be 12 up at halftime.
Yeah,
Be more.
It should have
I'm
been
saying
18
the
or
Titans
24.
of last year, with if they had that much
Yeah,
possession
we would put
given
30
away.
on them in the first half.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, they
And
defended.
that happened last year. Last year we had put 24 on them in the first half and we lost Burden.
Yeah.
And we copped a few injuries, but we still won that game. But like, they're just a very different side. I think they're onto good things. Us probably a couple of years away from finals, but they're much better than the last couple of
They're
years.
trending the right way.
Yeah.
And look, I feel like some of their more expensive players this game against the Bulldogs needed to step up, and they
Yeah,
did.
100%.
But it's a great learning lesson because, JC's still very young, right? So he'll learn from it. Keanu Kinney's very young. They just need to learn, as I say, under pressure. They need to have a bit more tenacity to make the better finals, last, what's it called? Fifth tackle options. But they defended very well for the first half. In the second half, I felt like we were far too dominant. And honestly, even in the second half, I felt like there was a couple of opportunities we left out there that we could have probably.
Yeah, we had a bit more errors in the second half.
Yeah, we did.
We got a bit complacent ourselves.
Yeah, you could tell we did.
But so did they, and they had no right to get complacent.
They were tired.
Yeah,
They were gassed. We looked like we were running hard for 80 minutes, which is good to see. All right, that was the review of the Bulldogs up against the Titans. If you did like our review and our analysis, be sure to subscribe. Make sure you give us the like button. Go and follow us on Instagram because that's where we have all our content and all our announcements. Now, next game we're going to review is the Rabbitohs up against the Parramatta Eels. That was at CommBank Stadium, 32-12. And with this win, the Rabbitohs actually have a better winning record at CommBank Stadium than the Eels do.
It's 5-0
Yeah.
with this win. Like when I saw that stat pop up, I'm not sure if I messaged it to you because that's exactly what I was saying to my brothers. I was like, that is shocking. How
It's
can
so bad.
your home ground, how can you have a losing record at your home ground to a team? And it's such a dominant losing record
it's
as well.
very dominant. Before that, I do want to say massive shout out to Jason Royals. After losing on the way home, I think it was, he helped pull a woman out of a burning car.
Saw the
She got into
footage.
an accident, and he actually
Oh,
helped.
I thought that was fake.
No, it's
No,
real.
it was real. The car's burning.
I've
He's
been
just
off the news for the last
calmly
few days.
pulling her out of the car, yeah.
So kudos to Jason Riles. I still love Jason Riles as a coach. I still
Yeah.
think he has a lot of work to do, and he was given a basket case of a club to fix, and it's going to take a while to fix. But you'd probably like for a young coach, I think Jason Riles is one of the best ones to have right now,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
I was at this game. Parramatta's forwards were pretty piss poor, very poor.
I thought overall, like this game, if I wanted to
poor.
rank it in terms of quality, like 2 out of 10.
Rabbits went.
They weren't crash hot.
They
either.
weren't crash
No,
hot,
they
but
weren't.
Parramatta were that poor. In
Yeah,
the
I
forwards.
agree.
And
are we
even
gonna-
when it was 12-0, it was a big sham. Like, there's no way it should have been 12-0. But
I know
anyways,
it's been spoken about a million times, but are we going to talk about Mitch Moses' losing record for every milestone game that he's had?
hasn't won a single milestone game.
200th, 250th, 150th, 100th, debut game, 50th.
He's
Debut
lost
at the
them all.
Tigers. Debut at the
Eels.
Eels. Lost every single one.
Wow. So what's up next? 300?
Yeah.
You know, with this game,
If he gets there.
He'll
I
get there.
thought the
wants to
Rabbitohs
keep
played
playing.
okay, right? Like just okay. Nothing too crazy. But in that first half, you remember the swing of possession. So the Rabbitohs had really dominant for the first 20 minutes, and they did most things right. And the Eels played super average, like a lot of missed tackles, a lot of sloppy tackles, a lot of poor fifth tackle options. In that first 20 minutes, I think Mitchell Moses only touched the ball to kick the ball on fifth every single set.
Yeah.
He had no other involvement in the play. And a lot of it was left to, I don't even think Volkman touched the ball too many times, but a lot of it was left to him to create.
And I thought he was the only spark.
Yeah, or Iongi like trying to get involved.
But Iongi was so well contained.
Yeah, 100%.
Like his forwards were just being way too dominated.
But the only time they got the ascendancy, it didn't convert into points. You know, like kudos to the Rabbitohs for actually defending, but was when Moses decided to get involved in the game, and then he phased out of the game as well in the
tried
second
doing
half.
too much.
I'm not sure what
Tried doing too
No,
much.
he didn't try anything.
I'm saying when he tried to get him back in the game, he just wanted the ball all the time.
And it was like it was very rushed. It wasn't like the cool, calm, collected Mitchell Moses that we saw in the decider in 24, right? I just thought he didn't get involved enough in the first 20 minutes, and then when he did get involved, he overplayed his hand in the second half of the first half, like that last 20
Can I
minutes.
just ask, what's doing with Riley Smith? Why aren't they bringing him back into the first grade team?
I think he's on the outer.
Why?
I'm not sure.
That's not the first person.
I think he might have signed somewhere.
No, I don't think so, man.
Because he didn't get on the
surely.
bench. They're using someone else. As the
Bro, I don't
replacement.
understand what. I actually think he's better than Helen De Silva.
I think the ceiling of Talon De Silva is going to be really good. I think it's going to be really high. I don't think he actually had his worst game, but it was just all round poor. Oh, you know, this game,
When's Junior Paulo back?
I'm not sure. There was a lot of poor dummy half passes in this game.
From
It was-
Helen De Silva.
It wasn't just Talon De Silva. Who was Talon De Silva came off the bench. Harrison Edwards. He played him to start.
How is he playing Harrison Edwards?
I have no idea what Jason Riles is experimenting over here. Maybe some Eels supporters could comment in the comments like what's happening there. But
Junior Paulo, around 21.
Yeah, he'll be back around 21.
Jonah Pezzett should be back now.
he's
out. He won't play again.
He won't play again.
I don't think he'll
Yeah.
They confirmed it?
Yeah, honestly, I think it'll be, unless there's an injury to Ronald Volkman or
That's a fake
Moses,
injury, that one, I reckon.
they won't have Jonah. But yeah, you're right. Like, I just don't know what the hell's going on. Like, why? Like, I honestly thought Riley Smith was a better 9 than Talon De Silva, but
I thought he played with a lot of heart. Like, if he's looking for creativity, probably Talon De Silva offers that higher ceiling, potentially. He's still unproven in first grade, and he's got a fat contract. Like, he's got himself a good deal with the Eels. I just thought the service from Hooker to their halves was shocking.
No, I
like,
agree.
it was probably like 1 out of 10, like, out of the whole game. Like, yeah, there was a couple of good passes or whatever. But for the most part, when they were attacking the line, when they needed the ball, like a lot of these balls were finding the floor. The forwards were in the way. The forwards weren't making their tackles. They win the possession back, and it's a forward knocking it on.
you can tell they miss Junior Barlow in the middle. I felt like they are really poor in the middle.
For this game, I thought it was an attitude thing. Like the whole team was off.
Look, I'm not saying it's not an attitude thing. I think it is an attitude thing, but at the same time, like, they're...
Like, get up for your captain. Mitchell Moses 250th. Like, he needed to get up for himself, actually. But, like, the rest of the team, I felt like were lacking.
the team was definitely lacking. The ones that I thought played well, I'll be honest with you, I can probably pick him out. I thought Luca Moretti was really good. Or he tried anyway. Isaiah Yongi never stops trying. Ronald Volkman. And
I thought Brian Kelly actually had a decent game.
yeah, Brian Kelly, he's on the wing. I think Brian Kelly's much better on the wing than he is at center. And then Tinkham Brown. Everyone else, I felt like for example, Kidioni Katonga, I don't know how he's still in first grade.
Oh, yeah. This one, I actually spammed the group chat.
Him in the other second row.
So on their break,
Kelma Teolangi.
no, this should have been the barrier. If I was coach, if I was coach over
was
here,
it the kick?
I would have hooked him after that kick. In what world do you think, as a back rower with less than 50 games experience, on the back of a line break, you have the right to kick the ball instead of shifting it as fast as possible to a playmaker? The only other back rower in the
What about
comp
Moses' reaction?
Yeah, but Moses has every right to be upset,
And the
bro.
funny thing is, Moses was just to his right.
Right to his right, and he's
Yeah.
calling it.
Oh, bro. the
Why
bird's
not
eye
give it to
view.
him? Like, why are we searching for glory? Like, the only other half I could excuse would probably be Hudson Young, because he came through as a half and he actually has a decent kick. Like,
He's got a
good
lot
rubber
off those
behind.
kicks.
Yeah, like,
But in a break situation, no, pass it wide.
give it to your half. Like, that becomes his responsibility. That for me is a hookable offense.
To be honest, it's the thing with Kiriani Katonga is it's not only that he made that brain, he had that brain explosion, but week in, week out, he plays 80 minutes, tackles hard or whatever, misses really important tackles all the time, and he's got so many errors in him.
Yeah.
Like he's got
some really good moments as well.
he's got great offload
Yeah.
sometimes. Like
He does some freaky stuff, but
he's
it's
two
like
rocks and diamonds.
the risk and
Yeah,
reward is like
two
just
rocks and
not there, in
diamonds.
my opinion.
Same with Kelma Tuolangi. Bro, there are games where Kelma Tuolangi is like the best second rower in the game.
And you want to pick him in Origin?
Yeah, you're like, bro,
Yeah.
this guy's mad. Then it's like this guy, it's like he's flipped the switch. Like he just doesn't want to play anymore.
Yeah.
Like what the hell's going on? Like that's the problem with the Eels in a nutshell.
And
Honestly,
the thing is, like, those like inconsistencies aren't just from game to game; they're within the
yeah,
game.
bro, it's half to half.
Yeah,
It really
or
is
like
half between
or
half.
the, like momentum flip to the next one, like every 10, 15 minutes. Like if it just flips, like I'm not playing anymore. Oh no, you know what? There's a game to win.
And you know what I can't believe? That apparently they're going to let Dylan Walker go. Bro, he's been one of the most consistent players
To go where?
to the Super League.
Oh, okay.
He's been one of their most consistent players.
I thought like the impact only really comes on when he
because
comes
of
on.
yeah. And so like apparently he's going, and I'm just like, no way. He's
I'm not too sure about their junior base who they have coming
they've
through.
got good juniors. They do. They have.
They
good
do,
juniors.
but they've also got a history of not being able to sign sign
Maybe
their players.
Walker wants to go.
I don't think so, man. Would you want to leave?
Yeah.
How old is
The
he?
Eels,
How old's Walker now? 32?
31, I think.
He probably just wants, like, if he wants to leave, like, I could see the appeal of wanting to leave.
He's had
like,
a good 13 or 14 seasons in first grade.
Like, you just
He
go
was there-
chill, collect a paycheck in a much
forget-
softer league.
He was the centre in 2014 when South won the premiership.
Yeah, but I'm saying from an Eels perspective, I can't believe that they actually want to get rid of him.
Yeah.
Like that makes no sense. But they've got Jack DeBellin for next year, but they're willing to let go of Walker. Let go
He's
of
a
Jack
lot younger
DeBellin.
too.
Let go of DeBellin.
Yeah.
What's, like, with the Eels,
He's been so bad for them, honestly. He should have stayed at the Dragons.
Should have retired.
Bro, he's been so bad for them. And honestly, it's actually embarrassing.
That's how they're using him.
It is how they're using him. But yeah.
on the Eels, last point is nothing to do with the game, but their recruitment team needs a talking to or needs to be
Who they even
replaced.
got for next year?
No one.
That's the thing.
Looks
Like, Bronson
poor.
Sherry hits the market, and
They really wanted him.
They got a
they need him.
They
They
really
got a
wanted
really
him.
poor centre pairing. Really
Yeah.
poor.
And they're losing one of them.
They're losing Sean Russell next year.
Who is in a big loss?
To the Bears. He's not a
well,
big loss. Yeah, you're right.
He leaves. Who do you put in?
They've got Simonson, who's signed for next year.
Oh, all right, bro.
He's better than Sean Russell.
And you got
But
Kelly.
he's not better than Sherry.
I'm not saying he
You
is.
got Kelly and you got Will Penasini, and then
Or
nothing.
you're going to play like Jordan Samrani and
Honestly,
They got the worst full
Jordan
centres.
Samrani needs to stay there. Every time Jordan Samrani plays, this game was a bit quiet.
Yeah, he didn't have a good game.
But
Missed a few
like he's
tackles.
very, very good, Jordan
Yeah.
Samrani, and give him more time in first grade, he'll grow into a very good
the
center.
issue is though and it's going to lead to their juniors. Like, they could have the best junior base, but if they can't sign good talent, like, to make them a fighting chance for the 8, those juniors are just going to
Yeah.
leave. Like, why would you want to sign for a basket case?
Yeah, you can just go to Penrith
And then,
or Wests.
like, we get the
Or the
news
Bulldogs.
today, Spencer Leniu was linked heavily, and all para fans were genuinely excited.
Yeah,
And Riccio comes out saying, bruh, this is
Not happening.
It's not happening.
Where's he going? Do we know?
No, we don't. But like so the quote is, any talks that a deal is close or advanced talks is rubbish, essentially. And that will be like their 100th player they miss out on in the last 12 months.
They did get Pezzett though.
Yeah, as a
Yeah,
stopover.
I know.
Please,
Like,
Elmo.
Just the fact
hey,
he's
you
injured.
can't. You're a Dragon supporter. You guys have Watson as a stopover for next year.
I'd take that.
I would, wouldn't you, like you can't even compare.
point.
One of them's a proven premiership winner, or no, actually has won a title, but he's played State of Origin. He's played in, he's playing in good sides.
No, he's been good. I really think I know no one, like a lot of people may disagree with me, but I think that the way they acted towards Lomax, even though Lomax is an idiot, I'm not defending Lomax here. Lomax deserved everything that he got, but I think that was a very poor strategic decision, and it's come back to bite them very hard.
They've also made sure they froze him out of the game. They let him go. Man, they did the game a disservice by letting him go to Union.
No, but they
even froze him out.
see, the thing is,
They wouldn't budge for
They
even
could've-
compensation.
the Melbourne Storm were willing to give them
Cash as well.
cash and a player.
I don't know about player.
No,
but
they were. Like,
They were.
They were. They were willing to give him players.
So, like, let's assume they didn't even consider a player, right?
Yeah.
And they offered them cash.
Yeah.
Like, as a roster manager or whatever, like, because I've just blown my money on
Yeah.
Pezzet that it eventually going to only play 6
Soften
games.
the blow.
Yeah.
But I get 250K.
I think it was
I free up
300.
500K, 600K of salary cap,
Yeah.
and I'll just go get another player. Like, while the market still has players floating
Yeah.
around.
Like I think they were offered. I think it was either Anderson or Hovarth or Meany, one of them three.
No, it's Hovarth. They offered them.
Hovarth.
I think it was
Hovarth
Hovarth.
is really good. Plus 300,000. Can you believe they turned it down?
It just doesn't like it's just poor business. It's just poor business practice. Like they were being petty
they want
as
to
a
make
club.
yeah.
They're a big club with a small club mentality. I've said that about Parramatta for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
They're a big club with a small club
100%.
mentality. They don't think big. They get petty. They get into these personality issue problems and they get stuck like this.
They get
Lomax
gifted
thing.
everything. They've been gifted 2 new stadiums in 40 years. They get the run of the media, the darling of the NRL, one
Bro.
of the darlings, and still nothing.
Like the fans were celebrating, oh, we got Lomax, because that's the only win they've had all year, that they beat
They
Lomax.
shouldn't get a new stadium for another 80 years.
You know what I mean? They beat Lomax, bro. Big whoop. You guys could have used that to sign so many young players. You could have had more cash in the bank, but all you did was freeze a very good player out of the game,
Well, they're still on principle.
bro. Don't make me swear, bro.
They're still on principle. Huh?
Principle my ass. That's not business, bro. That's poor business. They could have forgiven him. They could have been the bit. You want principles? They could have been the bigger club and said, "We forgive you. We know you're young. We know you made mistakes. You're chasing the money. Let it be known that we've forgiven you, but you chased money. We don't want you back here."
Yeah.
And Melbourne were willing to bend over backwards to give them compensation because they knew
offered.
Melbourne knew that they were going to be in a bit of a bind with forwards what's it called, backs this year, and they still didn't budge. And honestly, I think it's come back to bite them in the ass. I really do. And you know what? Sucked in.
You know what I really hope for
الله لا
Lomax?
يشد الله يشيل الشد عن البون.
When
Yeah, what's about
Lomax
the-
comes back to the game, I hope he plays against the Eels in round 1 for whatever team he signs for.
4
and,
tries.
and they
man of the
pump.
match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so.
68-0 performance.
He was the villain, but now they've become the villain. Honestly,
Yeah, even if they haven't, it's just poor decision making.
it's rubbish. All right, onto the Rabbitohs. Look, I don't think it was a great performance by any stretch by the Rabbitohs, but it was decent.
Yeah, it was good enough to get the win.
Yeah.
Like
They played they did what they needed
Yeah.
to win comfortably.
Tyler Duncan is proving like
Bro, he's a freak.
he's like 10 out of 10 player. Man.
He's got to be in Origin soon. Like, I don't care where you put him.
It depends. Once you have a decent coach, maybe. But at the moment,
yeah. All right, fair enough.
Coach
I thought he
picked-
would have got chosen this year, but yeah, he got overlooked for other players.
Keon Kolomatangi, 210 meters. How happy does that make you as a Dragons player?
He's not playing.
As
for us,
as a Dragons supporter next year, you gonna have him?
Yeah, we'll see what happens next year.
Come on, bro. Come
he's
on.
secretly excited.
Yeah, deep down.
No, nothing, no excitement yet. I mean, when next year comes, it comes. We're still about a year away from next year, so 9 months away. Nothing to get excited about yet.
Cameron Murray, still a freak.
Oh, my heart was in my throat when he got
Yeah,
injured. I was
me
like,
too,
because they were winning comfortably, right? And I was like, can you just get rid of
Yeah.
Cameron Murray? Take him off the
Get him
field.
off.
Wayne, get him off. Don't leave him on. Get him off. We need him.
Like Keon doesn't even get a look in Origin.
And then Laurie Daley chose him on the bench anyway. So.
Neither does Stefano.
It doesn't make sense, bro. Honestly, like,
Oh,
like
what a waste.
Yeah, Laurie Daley has to go down as like we had
Our worst
Trent
coach
Barrett,
ever. Our
and he was
worst.
bad.
But Barrett will be a much better Origin coach.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Laurie Daley is pathetic. We're gonna get smacked. We'll be lucky to score 2 tries.
Yeah.
Up
I
there in
tipped
Suncorp.
I tipped Queensland to win 3-0. If it wasn't for the send
if it wasn't for the send off, it would be 3-0. It would be a whitewash.
I said with ease.
Yeah, look, it's very disappointing. But we're not going to get into that now. I'll tell you what. I thought Brandon Smith's been playing very good for them.
Oh, he had a good game. That was a throwback almost.
Yeah, that was his best game in Rabbitohs colours.
But the week before though, who are they playing?
The Broncos.
The Broncos.
He was scheming.
He was very good against the Broncos,
Yeah.
and he's continued that on against the Eels. And I'm so happy to see him. Like, look, I know people say he's got some criminal convictions or things in the mid, but I don't care. I'm going to look past that because it's not settled yet. He's been playing good footy.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm very happy that he's sober. He's playing good footy. He's learning from his mistakes.
Some of his hits were hard,
Bro.
man. They were really good.
Bro, throw him into lock. I'm telling you, they should throw him into lock, bro. Just get him playing as or second, like a prop off the bench, like he was at Storm. You remember him at the Storm, bro?
Yeah.
Fuck, he was good. He was so good at the Storm.
That was a 1-2 punch.
And his post-game interview is always the best.
He still is so good.
He's funny,
right?
man.
He's so good. Look, not like I thought Cody Walker was good too, but the Eels provided they were so poor in
Look,
defense.
Cody Walker's got like 500 years of experience, right? And you open up you present him with a defensive line like that, he's going to exploit it.
I still don't think though he should play on. I think this should be his last year.
Or they're opening up talks for next year.
1 year.
Yeah.
I don't think he should play on. I'll be honest with you.
I agree with you, but I also think they're in a weird half situation.
Look, they've got Humphreys, they've got Sullivan,
Humphreys,
they've
So
got
in their
Ashton
eyes,
Ward.
I think they see a premiership push with Huss coming in. I don't think that, but I think they believe that.
I think they have the team. I just don't think Cody Walker can get them there.
I personally agree with you.
And I sort of knock on Cody Walker. I just think he's like, you can even tell from this year, he's like DCE. He's a yard too slow now.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
When he has the opportunity, he'll burn teams like shitty non-defensive teams like the Eels. But when he's under pressure, he just doesn't have the pace anymore to do what he needs to do.
I think like in really big games where it's tight and stuff, like he's always given away a penalty too because he tends to be a grub.
Yeah, he's a big grub on the field. Lovely guy off the field.
Yeah, I'm talking
Bro,
about
he's
on the
so
field.
good off the field.
But
Everyone
he gets
loves
way
him.
too into it, and I think he is a yard too slow. Fantastic player over the last 14
Wouldn't you have
years.
loved to have him on your team, but like someone like
100%.
him on your team?
Yeah, it's like Reed Money, right?
Yeah,
Like, you don't want to play against
Michael
them.
Ennis, yeah.
Mick Ennis.
Quick shout out to Latrell Sewell. He's quickly becoming a favourite of mine. I think he's a great young player. You touched
That was
on
a debutant in this game as well. Number 19.
Oh
I
yeah,
remember his name.
Dane Jennings.
Yes.
Yeah, he did all right. Ran 21
Good
meters.
on him. Good on him.
Yeah, good on him. Good run.
Good game to debut him. Comfortable.
Edward Cozy, bro, the thing about him is, I don't know why I find him like adorable. He's so cute, bro.
Have you ever seen the 115 kilo winger, bro?
Bro, how is
he's bigger than Max King and Leo Thompson.
Cause he's so big and he's so slow. Like,
You see his intercept?
Yeah, bro, he got ran down like after 20 meters by a prop. Like, I was like, what the hell's going on? It's so slow.
It happened right in front of me.
It's cute, bro. It's so cute.
I'm like, man, if Para sees the day, they should have just peppered his wing with kicks over his head.
Yeah. But you know what's
The Tiger
interesting?
would have been
He
stretched.
can still finish like a proper winger,
Oh, yeah, of course.
which is amazing for a big boy.
But you could have wasted him by making him turn
Yeah,
every time in
100%.
attack. Should have
Yeah.
just kept peppering his wing.
But that's sort of what Dibbo was Zaatar was saying is that Moses wasn't involved enough.
The first 20 minutes didn't do anything.
They could have really peppered Cozy, and they didn't. But I like watching Edward Cozy play. Dave Fafita, I feel like he's starting to build some
I
momentum.
think he's a flat track bully.
He's definitely a flat track bully.
He only gets like, this was my live reaction as I was watching the game. I was like, this guy is $1 million back rower. When he was playing for the Broncos, he was playing fantastic or whatever. But ever since then, like, he only seems to turn it up against like games that he wants to turn up against. I thought this game he played okay. His last game, like,
Against the Broncos was good.
Yeah, for dry arrow, and he got up for that game and he played fantastic. But I still find him really inconsistent.
Yeah, he is. But I honestly think it's going to take him, after leaving the Titans, it's going to take him a while
They
to...
process that trauma.
Yeah,
Being
no,
in a
it's-
dumpster of a club.
he like, there was damage done to him, and vice versa.
And that fake ankle
Yeah,
injury.
like by him being under Des for a couple of years, I think it really, really ruined his...
He probably lost love for the game, man.
Yeah, I reckon he did, and you can tell like he's starting to get back into it
Yeah.
now. And I reckon when Haas comes, it's gonna drive him into the
100%,
next
yeah.
level of performance.
Oh, yeah, back
Yeah.
together again.
Do you know what I mean?
Bash
Yeah.
Brothers.
It'll be good to see them playing together again.
I just want to see him do it in bigger games because I actually think the Rabbitohs are at risk of missing the 8.
I think they missed the
depending on their run. I haven't checked every single game and schedule, but I just feel like some of these games they cut it too close. Like they went to sleep for a good 30 minutes in this game, and the better team would have capitalized and put them away in that 30 minutes.
Rabbitohs?
The Rabbitohs went to sleep for 30 minutes in this game.
I just said the
And you can't
Rabbitohs
afford
were
that.
great.
Like if they did that against like Melbourne in their current form, even though it's not that great, I even think Melbourne would have put them away.
We would have put them away.
Yeah.
Honestly, but anyway, all right. So that was the Rabbitohs and the Eels. Now, Roosters up against the Broncos at Suncorp Stadium. Roosters get away with one, 24-18.
You just say that every week, every time they win. It's like just pure luck.
So, the Broncos were leading 16-12 at halftime, but then in the second half, they sort of didn't show up.
The Broncos are dumb, man.
They won't make the 8. I don't think
but they're not. It's beyond that. I think there's massive dramas at the club. The way they're playing, the way it looks. You know, when you can see last year, they really clicked and gelled, and you can see things happening on the field, like a lot of communication, a lot of running behind the ball, a lot of movement on and off the ball. This team looks flat, man. Like everything's like centering around Payne Haas, and granted, like he's the best forward in the game, but no one else seems to be pulling their weight. Like consistently for 80 minutes. I don't care if you give me 10 minutes of effort or 5 minutes of effort. It's not going to win your game.
Look, ever since Bentio left,
Yeah, I think Madge gets sacked at the end of the year.
Yeah, I do too, which I think is unfortunate because he won them a premiership in the first year, and I think he deserves next year.
And a chance to build his own roster.
Yeah,
like, granted,
100%.
he won it with like a great stacked roster that's cheating the salary cap, but not his roster.
Yeah, it's not his roster, but I also think like he's got a lot of aging players in that team, and they're
about to bring Dan Gagai in for next year, for 1 year, and let go of Shibasaki, which is fair enough.
They weren't going to give Shibasaki the $500,000 a year that he wanted. The Perth Bears are. I think it's a good signing for the Bears, to be honest. But Bears, still shambles. Anyway, we can get to that. But I just think that the Queensland media they're rabid. They're like rabid pigs. Like they're so bad when they find someone to pick on, they just keep picking on him. And I feel like they've done that with Madge from day one, even though he won a grand final.
I thought Broncos media is actually protecting Madge really well at the start of the year. I think what we're seeing now is like players protesting.
You really think players are protesting?
I think there's a massive rift.
What are you saying that though?
Well, we all know Madge. It's not something that's hiding somewhere. We have to go dig it out. That he trains his players super hard, but I think he's worked them
too hard.
I reckon he's worked them to the ground, and I think there's more to Payne Haas leaving.
Do you think that Michael Maguire works them harder than Serraldo works the Bulldogs?
Yeah, 100%.
Really?
Yeah. Like Cheese came out at the start of the year on Buy Round Podcast, and he was talking about like working with Madge just for the 3 weeks for the New Zealand tour where they absolutely brained it. Like some of the training that he was talking about, what he was alluding to, and it's like he's obviously not at the Broncos, but what he was alluding to is the way that Madge is. He just gets more intense. Like, okay, you got to win. We get it worked, so we're going to do it even better now. And he'll just keep going to a whole new level. And I'm not sure if anyone remembers the reports, but these guys did a Challenge Cup at the start of the year. 2 weeks before that, they were in a 2-week boot camp. Like army camps and a bunch of different training stuff, which is typical for off-season, not 2 weeks. And especially not after half your teams played for Australia, had less than a 6-week break and straight into a 2-week boot camp before you leave to play the Challenge Cup.
I honestly
think he's worked them through to the ground. Yeah, to the bone. Like some of these injuries that are happening, I think are just ticking time bombs, like on the back of training.
What do you reckon, Dibbo?
Well, I've had someone playing coming up. I've had someone that it gives. You know what it does? It gives you burnout. It kills your motivation. It kills your sense of fun or / what's enthusiasm.
Yeah,
that's what it does. When it's not fun, it kills your sort of enthusiasm. When you're not enjoying it, it kills the enthusiasm. When you got more of an army instructor than a coach, but. I mean, I don't know exactly what's happened with their preseason, so I don't want to jump to conclusions and just base it on hearsay, basically. I mean, Madge has won 2 premierships. He's won a State of Origin series. He's won a title with the Kiwis.
Madge is also
He's a bright spark. It quickly burns. So he's like a you look in the night sky and you see a shooting star. It burns brightly quickly and it peaks. And then after it hits its limit, it peters off basically.
Yeah. That's his track record, right? Like in short spurts, like Origin does great, New Zealand tour when he coached them done great.
He gets the results, and then
at the Tigers, he got them to 9th with a squad that you wouldn't recognize.
That was the
player from the team.
worst squad, bro.
Yeah, they played some attractive footy too.
But can you imagine he had this squad at the Tigers?
He would have got them a premiership.
They'd be top 4 easy.
Yeah,
easy.
I just think also like the natural element, like man, last year they were chasing in premiership. Probably a bit more motivation than backing up.
Yeah, so there is a bit of a premiership hangover.
Yeah, I definitely think that's part of it.
Do you think
done it? Yeah.
Do you think he has a bit of a man management issue where for him it's not so much about the mental side of it, it's more about the physical side? Like he's not. Do you know what I'm saying? Like some coaches, they'll talk about how the coaches like their dad or the coaches like.
Yeah,
I feel like Madge is a bit like that, but it's more like shut your mouth, get in line, do what we need to do, let's win.
He could probably have both, right? Like he could probably be best people person, but if he's like overtraining or anything like that, I think that naturally starts to decline anyway. Like you could tell me how much you love me and listen to me and make time for my family, but if I'm working through the ground, like you're just not going to be interested.
Okay, fair enough. Look, with that, I actually don't think the Broncos were that bad this game.
I thought they were horrible.
They were leading.
Should have closed out the game.
They did. Yeah, they should have closed out the game.
The Roosters' performance was shocking.
Oh yeah, look, that we agree there.
Yeah,
both teams were quite poor. Like I know the Roosters won, but they didn't inspire me with any confidence about them being premiership favourites or whatever. Like I don't think they are. They did enough to win, but the Broncos, those tries by Billy Smith. How did they let those in?
Yeah,
Billy Smith, as Zaatar likes to say, is mediocre at best.
Yeah,
as Dibbo likes to say.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of him.
I'm not a big fan of him either.
I don't know why the Roosters still got him. I mean, they're a high caliber club, so.
Some would argue. Anyway, but the Roosters did enough to win, even though the Broncos were leading at halftime. Look, I almost feel bad for someone like Payne Haas. Like,
if I was him, I'd be faking an injury.
So he took 18 runs for 205 meters.
Yeah, that's insane.
That is like he played 80 minutes.
Oh, well, tough carries too.
Yeah.
In a well-even match.
He doesn't get 3 meters. This guy, he works for every meter.
Because everyone knows how big he is. Yeah. Everyone knows how strong he is. So everyone marks up on him.
Yeah.
And look at the quality of position he was playing, a top 4 side.
Like, it's almost unfair that he has to do that much work and put that much strain on his body.
Like, unfortunately, Xavier Willison got injured.
Yeah, it was 9 minutes only.
Yeah.
Poor bloke. Everyone, yeah.
There was also like Reece Walsh was trying for a certain point, but nothing like, you just don't get the rub of the green or the bounce of the ball. That was happening a lot to the Broncos, but I felt like they were in it for about 60 minutes and then it slowly started to wither away. Like the will to win, the desire to win, the fight to stay in it and fight to the last second. Like, it was just done.
And he made 44 tackles with no misses and no ineffective tackles. Like,
Sam Walker's pass was probably forward as well.
It was. Look, I think it was forward, and I couldn't believe. But it's the Roosters, so obviously they're going to let it go. But look, the Broncos have had their luck. I think last year the Broncos used up all their luck and their
for the next couple of years.
Yeah, for the next couple of years.
Next couple of decades.
I'm still a big fan of Reece Walsh. I think Reece Walsh was trying his heart out.
Oh, always.
Him and Payne Haas were trying his heart, but then like, honestly, man, like Ben Tolte comes on, makes like 3 errors.
That's what hurts him.
Yeah, like Jack Gazewski. I don't know why Madge just like he sticks to these players.
I don't know like what their depth is like because they're battered.
They are battered, and and look, I think that's also a big part to play that people aren't really mentioning, that they're missing Jensen, Pat Carrigan. They're missing. I mean, they Willison only played 9 minutes, so they do have a lot of injuries. But yeah. I also think like they've re-signed Ben Hunt for a year.
Yeah.
Why? Why Gagai? Like,
is it insurance policy if John Peasant doesn't work out?
I don't think Peasant's the shoe-in for next year either.
Honestly, I think Duffy this year has played better than Peasant.
Yeah.
But even then, you've got Ben Hunt. He dropped Mam because he thinks dropping Mam is going to be the answer.
Well, Mam's injured at the moment.
Was he injured? I thought he got dropped.
No, he got dropped to bench last game, but he got injured against the Rabbitohs with
I
his
thought he actually
shoulder.
got dropped this game. I remember reading
no.
somewhere that he got dropped properly.
No, he's injured. Him and Reynolds.
You know, so yeah, I don't know. Look, as for the Roosters, I don't know, man. Like Nafahu Wai, excellent.
It was
Sam
good.
Walker,
Good.
bro, wow.
They still got a lot of questions, like around like when they actually come up against a contender, can they actually do anything? Because history shows us they usually lose 50-0 when they verse like a Penrith or a red hot team that. Well, they even lost to the Warriors at the start of the year as well.
Yeah. I'm not. Look, I'm not convinced. I think Tedesco is starting to show a bit of age. I know you might not agree with me.
Somehow in the Origin team again.
Yeah, I from day one, I didn't think he should be in the Origin game. I thought he was poor in game one. He was just as poor in game two. But I think he's starting to show his age a little bit, just a small amount. I think like he's starting to show. And not only that, I feel like he's still great. I still think he's like the top three fullbacks in the game. But I don't think he's the problem. I do think it's a coaching thing. I do think like
to get them consistently completing above 80%.
Like they've always had completion issues. They've always had, these.
They're a team that can complete 50% one week and get smashed by 50, and then go complete 85% and win by 500.
Which is like, it's one of those things like they need to get right if they are because everyone's like they're gonna win. I honestly don't think they're in the top four teams that I think will win the competition.
I think all the smartest pundits out there like have their question marks around the Roosters like in big games. Like this game, like the Broncos are battered and bruised, and
they only won by 6 points. Like I know, granted it wasn't Suncorp, but I walked away from that thinking the Roosters just could have just as easily lost that game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't. They brained it against we lost to a battered Broncos team. So the doggies have no right to speak, but the Roosters have a great team with very little injury. Yeah. So they should have put the Broncos away. So I don't know. Look, and look, the Roosters do have injuries. Like Daniel Tupou's injured. I think he's a big part of their attack. And he played so many consecutive games.
Yeah, and Mark had a quiet game.
Mark did have a quiet game.
Super quiet.
So but again, Sam Walker, freak.
Yeah,
absolute freak. I love Sam Walker. Apparently, he's going to test the open market.
Good.
Come November 1st.
Roosters are going to open up negotiations after Origin as well. So we'll see how that goes.
Look, I hope he holds out and he waits to speak to like PNG and Perth to see what they offer.
Unless the Roosters just whack him 1.3.
Look, if they give him 1.3, you'd probably stay. But if PNG comes around and says we'll give you 1.5, but I don't think he's going to go to PNG because apparently they've signed their 7 already. They released a picture with 7 steps or steps, and they've got number 1, Laurie, number 2, Alex Johnston, number 3, I don't know, the prop or whoever they've signed. Number 4 was Connor Watson, and then they've got 7 reserved. So they've already signed their 7.
When does Kiri come off contract?
No,
he can't negotiate.
He can't negotiate. I reckon it might be what's his name, Lachlan Lamb, from the UK.
Oh, it's not bad. Bring him. He's a good player.
He's from the PNG. He's from PNG.
He's a good player, man. He was good to stay.
I thought they were going to sign Adrian Lamb as the 7.
As the coach.
Yeah, as the coach for PNG.
Would be nice, yeah.
Because he's from the PNG. He's from
Willie Peters.
Yeah, I think Willie Peters is going to do a great job. But yeah, so Roosters not that convincing, but nonetheless, it wasn't a blowout, which was good.
Yeah.
Now, we get to the Dolphins against the Warriors, which I think was the match of the round.
Good game, this one.
Great game. A lot of back and forth, to and fro. Leadership, I think the leaders changed 6 or 7 times.
Just when you thought the Warriors had it.
Oh, bro. It was heartbreaking. That try by Sam Healy at the end, beautiful try. And then Selwyn Cobbo breaks their hearts at Suncorp. There was a lot of New Zealand fans.
I love Selwyn.
There was a lot of New Zealand fans, but there was a lot of Dolphins fans. What did we think of the Dolphins, guys? Given that,
I think they stamp their authority on the competition. Like they're genuine threat. I don't think they're a premiership threat, but like they're a team that's going to cause a lot of problems for anyone that faces them in the finals. They could probably get to a grand final. Really, I was like Penrith, Warriors, who comes next? I'm not too sure. Not sold on the Roosters, not sold on anyone else, but the Dolphins have really made
Them the Warriors. You know, even though the Warriors went down in this tight tussle, they both put up their hand. You know.
No, I think the Warriors struggle against top 8 teams.
So you reckon the Dolphins are putting up their hand to nab that last spot?
Right now,
that
right now, I think the Dolphins are ahead of the Warriors for me. Well, they just beat the Warriors.
Look, this is a bit like you remember the Dogs and Panthers game last year when it was 8-6? I think both teams won, to be honest. Like, in that you walk away from
really after 25 errors?
Yeah.
Nah,
look,
I think they both played.
It was
pretty
wet
poor.
weather. Hey,
I'm sitting this one out. Keep going, boys.
It was wet weather.
It wasn't wet weather.
You guys are good.
It was.
No, it's not
there was a
cold.
lot of dew on the field,
Whatever,
bro.
man. Like 25
Oh,
errors.
it wasn't wet weather.
poor.
Sorry, I take that back. It wasn't wet weather and that it was raining, but there was a lot of dew on the ground. You could see.
It's 3 p.m. game.
Even it still the ball was
Rubbish
anyway,
game, bro.
Anyway, it wasn't a rubbish game.
Warriors played like 2 out of 10.
I just remembered. I tipped the Dolphins, not the Warriors.
Did ya?
Good team.
Yeah, I just
Oh,
remembered.
man, I tipped with brain, bro. I
I
didn't.
just remembered.
I
No,
tipped with my heart because a lot of our supporters are
No,
Warriors
I remember
fans.
now. I tipped the Dolphins, not the Warriors.
Now, my point is that if Sam Healy scores in the 74th, 75th minute, whatever, if the Warriors walked away having won, we'd say great win.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, that's because you're a
Because
hater.
25 errors.
You just hate the Warriors. But
How many errors?
It doesn't matter.
It does. It does. Because a lot of I thought a lot of the tries that were scored initially in the first half were soft. The Dolphins ended up coming back to win the game after losing.
Dolphins made more
Katoa.
errors than the Warriors.
Yeah, and they still won
26
without
errors.
Katoa.
Wow,
Okay, 26
wait.
errors in a game.
That
Without
wasn't
Katoa.
I'm
and
with-
that wasn't that wasn't the most for the round either.
No, it wasn't. But my point is that it was good for both teams. Both
Katoa
teams.
goes missing after 15 minutes.
Yeah, Katoa was missing after 13 minutes, but the Warriors.
So for
hang on, but the Warriors are missing Tanner Boyd.
Very different to losing a player in the game.
I'm with you, but the fact is that they were still missing their 7.
No.
My point is this.
That's a rubbish
right?
excuse.
No. My point
you
is
got
this.
Metcalf playing New South Wales Cup.
But I agree. But Metcalf's on the outer. Anyway,
That's their
I'm not here to
problem.
argue details with you. I'm here to say that both teams should be happy with that performance.
I disagree. I think the Warriors should be super disappointed in that performance.
Why you think they should have blown the Dolphins out of the park?
I don't think they should have blown the Dolphins out of the park. I think
James
they should have
Fisher-Harris is
won.
still injured.
Yeah. You had time to plan. They didn't lose that player in the game.
I think you're being very unfair to the Warriors.
I'm rage trading them.
I just think
It
you're
was,
being-
it was a decent game.
I thought both
Like-
teams could be very happy walking away from that. The one thing I don't get is why Marata Niokore is only getting like 20 minutes a game. Like he should be getting more.
Didn't you have a brain explosion last week?
Yeah, but
Or was
overall-
it during this game? During this game, he gave away the dumbest penalty I've ever seen.
Which one
He
was
pushed
that?
the player in the back.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. That was dumb. But overall, I think Marata Niokore has a lot more to offer, and I think he should be playing more minutes, or have Metcalf on the bench to play. Bring him on.
I think Metcalf on the bench is a good shout. Like, you either play him in the halves or have him as an impact player. Like, get him filling in for dummy half. Like, as much as I love...
No. I would get him swapping with Aaron Clark.
Yeah, or coming straight through the middle, yeah.
Put him in. Come straight through the middle because I think he's got the speed to really impact even if it's only 10, 15 minutes in the
Just
game.
try something.
Yeah. But overall, again, the Dolphins were excellent because they lost Katoa and they still managed to win, which I think for me was great.
After facing a lot of pressure as well.
And Nikorima stepped up when he needed to, which I thought, which makes me think, like, why did they buy George Williams?
Yeah, so that's something that I don't think they expected this from Nikorima, but
Bro, he was playing like that before they signed George Williams at the end of last year.
they
You know-
probably thought he was past it.
Yeah, which it's clear he's not, and I hope he stays in Australia because I think he still has time in the NRL. But it was a great win by the Dolphins, and I actually think the Dolphins are going to be a threat. The one team that we know is probably going to be in the grand final is the Panthers, and they were only able to beat the Dolphins by 2 points.
Yeah, that's like...
And I think the Dolphins are better now than they were back then.
And I think Penrith will get better in the finals.
They will, but I also think
Just because of the experience. That's all I'm basing it on, finals experience.
Yeah. I'm not saying they're going to win. I think that they'll be a threat. I think they
Yeah.
will win a finals game this year.
I hope not. But
The Warriors as well. Again, they didn't win, but if I was a Warriors fan, I'd be like, okay, I wish we won that. I'm burning that we didn't, but it was a great performance overall.
I think they didn't capitalize on some of their opportunities as well.
Neither did I think the Dolphins also had opportunities.
They also lost their half in 13 minutes. So they had to restructure their whole approach to the game.
They had a half that they
But
had
it's not the
sitting
same.
there,
It's like if you lose like Galvin, we're not the same levels as Dolphins, but if you lose Galvin in 13 minutes or you lose Critter in 13 minutes, our whole team falls apart. The structure falls apart. The fact that Dolphins didn't and they went on to win the game is fantastic. I think it raises more questions for the Warriors, how they've lost 8 out of 10 games to top 8 teams.
That is that this year or over the last 12 months?
Over the last 12 months.
Yeah, fair enough.
But this year, like, who have they beat? They beat the Roosters. But like top 8 teams, giving them a challenge, like even Sharks, they lost that game. They shouldn't have lost that game. They got dominated like from the first minute, and then they wrestled it back, but they did get dominated, and the Dolphins came out with the same intensity in this game, and it rattled them.
They are missing a few players. Look, I think the Warriors are the real deal.
They'll shore up once Fish comes back.
Yeah.
Jackson
It makes a big
Ford is a
difference.
massive loss. Massive
Huge
loss.
Did he do his ACL?
No, Peck.
Oh, he's out.
So
He'll only be back if they make the finals, eh?
only if they make the finals.
I hope they do.
And I think they have to go a bit deeper into the finals to guarantee he's
He was so
in
good.
playing. Yeah.
But this was a fun game to watch. Like, there was intensity. Like, the last minute was so breathtaking.
It was fun because it's like they're both top 4
Yeah,
teams,
and
right?
there was no
But
blowouts.
26 errors is like...
I thought the officiating for this game was good.
Yeah, they just made it hard on themselves,
Yeah, they
both
did.
teams.
But the officiating, I thought, was handled
Yeah.
very well.
Yeah, it was much better than some other games we've seen.
All right, the 7:30 p.m. game. The 5:30 p.m. game on Saturday. The Panthers go down to the Cowboys at Queensland Country Bank Stadium, 26-12 for Jason Taumalolo's 300th game. Thomas Jenkins gets 2 tries, but I think the try of the match was that Jeremiah Nene.
Yeah,
He's so
Superman.
good. Takes
Superman,
the bombs.
yeah.
How about the first tackle of the game? Oh, Leota's run.
Oh, that was
got
fantastic.
crunched.
Right.
And
And
then,
then they
Nene,
set the scene.
Nene, unfortunately, unfairly copped a jab to the face.
Yeah.
Did you see that hit by in this game by Thomas McKaylee on Liam Henry?
They launched him.
Bro,
Henry laughed it over. What a hit.
bro, Henry got up to his credit, got up, played the
What a
ball
hit.
straight away. But
what
bro,
a signing that McKaylee's been.
bro, how the hell did the Tigers let someone like McKaylee go?
Was he from the Tigers?
Yeah.
That makes me so happy.
Bro, I can't believe they let him go.
So was Tedesco. So was Moses.
So was Pepe Hazel. So was Josh Adokar.
Yeah, like all these players.
Harry Grant was a lone player.
Yeah, he
Poor
was
guy, never going to win the premiership because he learned.
You know, with him at 9, I think with him at 9, they had their best season.
Yeah.
of
Oh, he
the
was
last
so
10
good
years,
for him
yeah.
at 9, man.
He was a real
Wow.
difficult.
This game was like the Cowboys just wanted them all from the very first second. They rattled Penrith, and then after that,
Yeah.
I think completion was like
Errors were just
63% or
so
something for
bad.
Penrith.
How many total errors do we have in the game? It felt like 40.
I think this one was the worst for the week. It has to be.
This
is just eye test.
Hang on. We had 30 errers in the game.
I felt a lot more, man.
It felt like
17 by the Panthers,
I was like,
13 by the
What was
Cowboys.
total
40.
ball in play? Like late time?
Total ball in play
55,
was
50, not at 52 minutes, not even.
51 minutes.
That is shocking.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. Our game,
Or the worst of the other games, I think, was 55 and a half.
our
Like,
game last week against the Eels, Manly was 61 minutes.
That was
or so.
ridiculous.
I was
With
looking, now
2
we're
minutes
going
of
through them.
extra
Like
time.
some
But
games
that was
will-
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, I look back on that game against Manly, and I think that was a better win than we're giving it credit for.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
was,
really
yeah.
do.
To the
Because
start.
Manly, full strength, played their heart out. Turbo was back. Like, that was a game that they could have easily run over us, given the confidence they had. And I thought we defended it very well. And Ala Kawatu against, we'll get to the Manly
Yeah.
game. Like, we actually suppressed.
Salmon did a good job on it.
Bro. So, anyway, look, this game, I have to say, kudos for the Cowboys getting up for Jason Taumalolo. He's the first Cowboys player to play 300 games for the Cowboys.
And their best ever.
And their
Yeah.
best ever.
And I say that emphatically, their best ever.
I say that knowing that Jonathan Thurston did play for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
emphatically.
Bro, like, what a player. And this game, like, he played out of his...
Still the only player to win Daley M from
prop.
prop. Yeah.
197 meters by Jason Taumalolo. I think he's wound back the clock this year. I think
Yeah.
he's been playing out of his skin.
His Daley M, he was averaging 200 meters from prop.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Average.
Like not more than 200. Didn't it feel
No,
like it was like
I
about
think it was
250.
220. No, I think it was like 220.
Do you know how hard it is to average 200 meters a game, bro?
Like 220 is insane.
Yeah, a fantastic game. I thought the Cowboys like really wanted to lose this game with their errors, but like they showed a lot of heart and they rattled. Like I've never seen Penrith this rattled, except like when we versed them. So I'll give credit to the Cowboys for this win. I wouldn't read too much into it if I was a Cowboys supporter. You guys are going nowhere because you still got Peyton at the helm.
You're a freak.
I just have to remind our one Cowboys supporter friend, or two of them, sorry.
Look, I will say though that they had a good team performance. It was a great team performance.
It was all round.
Yeah.
Everyone was in it. Braden Burns was in amongst the...
Reid Marnie really stood out for me. I thought Reid Marnie was very good.
Purdue, even with his errors, like kept coming back for more. Nanai, like coming back into like...
This is the Nanai we've known for years. This is the Nanai.
I was like screaming through the air.
That was mad. That was very, very good.
He cost Edwards his spot in Origin.
Can I say, why is John Bateman being played over Sam McIntyre
Who knows,
and Matthew Lodge?
Ask me why Peyton's still coaching there.
Why did he get re-signed for 2 years? I think they're gonna regret that. But
they'll dip again next year.
I really, honestly, really a big fan of Jake Clifford. Bro, I'm so happy with the way he's playing.
Yeah.
Like, bro, he's killing it. I will say, though, this game, the Panthers just seemed like...
They were off.
They were very off.
Like, I'm not sure if it was that drop ball from Leota from, like, the first set that just rattled them.
Whole game.
No, and I mean rattled them, like, for the rest of the game. They just couldn't
Poor
recover.
ball
That's not
control.
like the-
They
that's not like
shot
the Panthers.
themselves in the foot.
I'm not sure what it was. They just weren't up for it.
Poor ball control.
They've been up for a long time, right? They lost only one game to us in, 10 rounds?
Yeah, so we beat them round 6 or whatever, and then Daley lost their
Titans last week.
Yeah.
So they lost one game in 15.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to maintain that level of enthusiasm, given that there's also been a break for a lot of their players with Origin.
You reckon psychologically they're just like...
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, we were
Feel
saying...
like the Broncos.
We were talking off screen. I was telling you that I think that the Panthers are tired, and you said no, but they were rested.
Yeah.
They were, but I think mentally there's a bit of fatigue there.
Yeah, no one wants to go to Townsville.
No one wants to go. And the thing is that the Townsville, everyone tells you the Townsville trip is very difficult.
Yeah.
Like,
It's only a 4-hour flight.
no, but the humidity, the weather,
Right.
the crowd, the atmosphere is very different. And even last year when the Raiders were killing it, like one of the only games they lost on the road was against the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys weren't doing very
That
good
was a
last
great
year.
game, but...
Yeah, it was a good game,
Yeah.
but the Cowboys still won. So, like, you know,
Why don't they go up there early and acclimatise?
because of Origin, because of like...
No, I'm saying clubs.
it's
Oh,
hard.
like
the
leave
whole
on a
week
Monday
there.
or something.
Yeah, let's spend the whole week there.
It's hard. Because, like, they get players also get their rights to go home, not have to play 7 days a week.
It's
Like,
only 1 week the whole year.
a lot of them playing Origin, and they were in
I'm
Melbourne.
saying
like,
if the logistics allow.
if the logistics allow. Like, honestly, in this game, I thought the whole team was off. Like, Isaiah Yeo was quiet. Scott Sorensen was quiet. Nathan Cleary tried, but it wasn't clicking for
Isaac
him.
was...
Yeah, Tango.
Much as I love him, he's my favourite Penrith player. Him and Mitch Kenny, but Mitch Kenny's obviously not playing at the moment.
I feel like Mitch Kenny's been a big loss for them.
He has been a big loss.
I think, like, when he comes back, he will add a lot of them, a lot to their attack.
Well, we're also probably overreading into it. I think it was just an off game because,
Yeah.
like, even with Mitch Kenny missing for the last 6-7 weeks,
They've
they've still won
yeah,
every game
yeah,
except
yeah.
last week when they rested a few players, and this week they did lose full strength essentially.
And with Freddie Lussick, I don't think he's been bad at all, to be honest. I'm just saying that I think Mitch Kenny's a different league of player, and he will make a difference when he comes back. Look, I thought the best player for the Panthers was actually Milky Jenkins.
Yeah,
I think he was their best player. Scored 2
he
tries.
was the only one that did anything.
Yeah, he scored 2 tries. Tried the whole time. Oh, Liam Martin was all right. I remember Liam Martin was
Yeah,
put his
he
hand
had a
up.
couple of errors.
Couple of errors.
Towards the end of the game where the game was still in the balance. I think it was 12-all, and he dropped the ball twice. Oh, no, he dropped the ball, then gave away a penalty. And that led to the next try to put the Cowboys in front.
I just think the Cowboys were better this game.
They were much better. They're all up for it. They all got up for JT, so that's all you want to see from the Cowboys.
And apparently, the Queen of Tonga was there.
Oh, was
or
she?
the Princess of Tonga or something. She was in the crowd.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so that was really interesting.
A lot of Tongans in the
Yeah.
both sides, both Cowboys
Yeah.
and the Panthers.
Tonga supporters. It's just great to see, man. Like Jason Tamalolo really is one of like the nicest guys in rugby league.
Yeah.
Very soft spoken, soft, gentle giant. But when he's on the field, he's unstoppable.
Yeah.
Very happy that he's got to 300. I don't know how many more he will play, to be honest. But if he's playing like this,
I
bro,
think he's got one more year in there.
at least, man,
Yeah.
he's not even. He's not
No, like contracted, I mean.
yeah, he's got 1 year, and then I reckon he'll go to the Super League and make some more money.
I think he's made decent cash. If I was him, I'd just retire, yeah.
You reckon?
Yeah.
He
I mean, if he still loves
he
to
had the
play,
best contract.
if,
for
he's,
the
still,
longest
if he's
time.
still loving to play, then he plays on
Yeah.
wherever it may be.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the Panthers and the Cowboys. Look, Panthers is still clearly first, so
Yeah.
not too upsetting. All right, Saturday, 27th of June, 7:30 game. Sea Eagles obliterate the Storm 30-4. I don't think that the Storm at any point in the game looked like they were even going to come close to winning.
Jerome Hughes, big loss.
Massive loss. However, the Manly Sea Eagles from the very first, I think it was the first or second set, they were spreading the ball early and they were showing us their intent, playing Fosball.
At one point in the first half, by the end of it, I think it was like 50-something tackles to 1 in the opposition half. Like, it was just domination.
It was domination. Look, the game ended, Manly had 59% possession,
Yeah.
95% completion. They were always going to win.
I thought they got the rub of the green sometimes.
Look, they did get the rub of the green, but I think you earn that, to be honest. I feel like when you're on the front foot, it goes well for you. That's,
Yeah, I know. It's
That's how it's always been.
It's also Ashley Klein. So.
Yeah, look, I don't think the refereeing was too bad.
I'm just
I don't
saying-
think it was 26 points difference bad.
No, I was just saying, check his bank account. I'm joking.
Hamoli Alakawatu,
Played himself into a bench spot.
bro, he's Laurie Daley, bro. What a joke. I thought he played out of his skin. He was fantastic. You know what else I thought was good this game? Honestly, Jake Trbojevic. I thought Jake Trbojevic had
turbos,
a really good game. Yeah. Unfortunately, though, from this game, Luke Brooks did his ACL.
And he played for like 15 minutes with it.
He's done his ACL.
How long's he out for?
That's
He
12
won't be
months.
back. Yeah, he won't be back until
Oh,
round.
Next
next
12
year.
months,
yeah,
Full rupture.
Damn.
yeah.
Didn't realise. So Joey Walsh, or they used someone else?
No, Joey Walsh came on, and I thought Joey Walsh was great.
He's ready. He's hit the ground running.
and they also they just recently.
He might get suspended though. For his hip drop on
No,
the side.
apparently because he was ready on the ground. Unless it's
No, he didn't.
he didn't. Yeah,
his feet were already on the ground.
He was ready on the ground. He was just laying on the like. His body was already on the ground. He didn't drop his body weight.
Okay.
It was a unique one, but he's already been let go. Yeah, as in let off the hook.
I thought he came in and did very well, replacing Luke Brooks. He recently got re-signed by the Sea Eagles as well.
Not to like, I'll continue. I'll come in with my dumb opinion very soon.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, Leafi got the opportunity to start the game, and I thought played very, very well. Did very well.
I'm just going to say on Luke Brooks, I think they're going to realize his impact to the game. Even though I don't rate him that highly of a player, but I think there's levels to him and where Joey Walsh is in his career, and they're going to realize it in the next couple of weeks. So for the Manly fans that were like calling out for Luke Brooks to be dropped, like decisions being made for you guys at the moment, but I think you're going to miss him in the next couple of weeks.
I wouldn't be surprised though if Joey Walsh brains it.
I don't think he does.
Why?
I think he'll play well. It's just when the games are tight and there's a lot of pressure, they're both two ball-dominant sevens. Naturally, he's going to have a leaning to Jamal Fogarty to give him the ball because he's a junior or whatever. But I think Luke Brooks is the perfect non-flashy six that has random, really good moments. Like, he'll kick you a 40-20. Oh. He'll strip the ball, like, more regularly than other sixes I've seen in the game.
Yeah, no, I agree
Like,
with
he
you.
has these random small moments. Like, granted, he has some shockers in his game, but for the most part, he's played 300 games. He has a wealth of experience.
Oh,
I think he's going to...
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be...
Like,
he's going to be missed.
You know when Parra were calling for Dillbags to be dropped?
Yeah.
And now they're struggling without Dillbags?
They're dying without
I don't
Dillbags.
think... You don't realise how good a player he is until he's gone.
Same with the Raiders. They got Fogarty and they thought, we can replace him with Ethan Sanders. Guess what?
You can't.
I honestly believe... look, this could be a hot take, but I believe that if they had Fogarty, they'd be in the top 8.
Yeah,
I think
I think they'd be scraping the 8, like 7, 8, similar position to the
I
Dogs.
beat the 8.
They're thereabouts.
No, they would be better than the Dogs.
Oh, way in the 8.
I think they'd
big
be
difference.
because one thing that I'm realizing about someone like Ethan Sanders, he's going to be great in 3 years, 4 years. But right now, like and this is the thing with experience, right? You don't know when to inject yourself at the opportune moment. Like if it's easy to inject yourself, you will. But someone like Luke Brooks will like do a lot of things off the ball and in defense. Like Fogarty does so much in defense for the Seagulls. Like you see it off the ball in defense. He's calling people out. He's got the confidence to say, move there, go there. On the kickoffs, he's positioning people. Like you watch it, right? And honestly, guys, go ahead and watch Jamal Fogarty for the Sea Eagles. Go and watch someone like Mitchell Moses when he's having a good game. Go and watch Nathan Cleary. Go and watch like DCE even, Sam Walker. Like these good sevens are talking in defense and in attack. And it's something like Ethan Sanders is very quiet on the field. He's very quiet on the field. Ethan Strange is a lot more talkative, but the difference between an experienced 7 and a rookie 7 is monumental.
Yeah.
The good thing is Joey Walsh doesn't have to take control. So Joey Walsh can learn his craft, inject himself when he feels the need to, and Jamal Fogarty is the one that can naturally assert that responsibility. So I agree with you 100%. I just don't think it'll be as big of an impact because they have Fogarty there in control. Do you get me?
No, I get that. I think it's going to be a big impact anyway.
Well, look,
Yeah.
maybe. I think it'll be, we'll see how that goes. Tanya, look, I think, you know what else I think is really underrated in this Manly team? Taniela Paseka.
Mountain.
Oh, hands down.
Bro, he's a man mountain.
He's fantastic.
How's he not a rep player?
Is he New Zealander?
He'd be Tongan.
Tongan,
Yeah.
eh?
Does he play
He's
for Tonga?
I'm not sure.
Does he get to represent New South Wales?
I know last
How's
couple
he not a
of
rep player?
last couple of years he cops like injuries at the
He was
Yeah,
at
like
the right-
ACLs
he was
and
out
shit,
for a
yeah.
He did his when he got that year injury.
Last year he had an Achilles. He's from Fairfield, which is...
Oh, he's a New South Welshman.
Yeah, he's a New South Welshman.
Has never even had a look in, and he's 20. He'll be 29 this year.
He's New Zealander of Tongan descent.
Yeah, okay. But how long did he? How old was he when he moved here?
Oh, he played for Tonga.
You want to laugh? He was in the West Tigers under 20s.
yeah.
I'm not sure, but anyway, like I think he's probably eligible for playing for New South Wales.
100%.
And bro,
The fact that he was already playing under 20s.
he's fantastic. He is so good. He's very underrated. I feel like he's very
good
underrated.
player.
Very, very underrated. As a player, he and the thing is like when he's consistent, when he's playing all the time, he brains it, bro. He freaking brains it. So, yeah, I'm just a big fan of Taniela Paseka, and he ran for 167 meters.
He's he dominated that middle, gave a platform for his backs to do the work, and then like the defensive line from Melbourne didn't exist, did it? There was
What
no
is going on
resolve.
with them
There was- They were good the last couple of weeks. Not great, but they were good the last couple of weeks.
And then they came up against a good team.
And it was pathetic. Like I called it a few weeks ago. I said Hughes has been super good and like super important for that team. And now he's out. Like, but I didn't expect like a crap to bed situation like that. That was like just abysmal. That first half was absolute domination. They couldn't wrestle momentum back. And it's not like they had so many shocking calls against them. Like Harry Grant was a pest the whole half.
So good,
I love watching him being a pest, by the way. But they just couldn't get momentum back at all. No matter what they tried, what they did, they could not get momentum back at all.
I thought their worst player was Trent Liero. He had some brain explosions.
Yeah.
I just, Anyway, I think the season's done for.
Yeah, I think that's it. Put the line
For
through
the Storm.
Melbourne Storm.
What do you reckon, Dibbo?
Well, mathematically, there's still a chance, but yeah.
I just don't think that they're.
Hughes is also reportedly out for a couple of weeks.
Them in Canberra put a
So does that
line.
mean he won't play for Origin?
Hughes.
Oh, Hughes. Sorry.
Them in Canberra and Brisbane just put a line through.
Yeah,
Brisbane.
They've too few wins.
Brisbane and
Even though they still mathematically all a chance, they can
I mean,
still lose one more game
technically,
each.
the Eels are also a chance.
they
Don't
all
worry about them and Titans, and don't even discuss the Dragons,
No, you're
but
not
also the
mathematically
Tigers put a
chance.
line through them. So Dogs up that's it.
No, Tigers.
All right,
And
maybe
Dogs
Tigers
the
are the last team you can.
We're on the same amount of points as the Tigers.
Okay, Tigers up. That's it. Storm, I feel
Mathematically, they're there.
I think
because-
Storm could still lose 2. Nah, just put a line through them. Even the Tigers, they're frauds. Tigers will lose to you in 2 weeks.
What are
3 weeks,
the
whatever it is.
Storm? How many losses are they on? I think they're
7
on
losses.
7 losses, so they can afford
Oh no, sorry.
They can afford another loss or 2.
Storm are on 9 losses.
9 losses.
They can afford.
No, I
they
don't
can
think they
afford
can.
2
No,
losses.
they're done.
Maybe one more loss. We'll say they're
We're,
done.
see,
but
we're on 8 losses. I think one more loss for us could spell trouble.
Yeah.
But if we win the next few games, we are there or thereabouts, and we maintain our connection with the top 8. I think we can make it.
Yeah.
I think we can edge out a team like the Rabbitohs.
Well, we've got a couple 4-point games coming up, so
Yeah, we do. I mean, we had one now. We've got one more left.
Something I stressed on the podcast. Remember, I was screaming at Elmo.
yeah.
This is why Critter was playing injured.
All right. Then we had the
Match of the round, 16th versus 17th. Somehow not the Spoon Bowl.
Raiders and the
That
Dragons.
that was a dour game.
Can I tell you, I have never seen a team lose the game so emphatically like the Dragons lost this game. They were the better team.
Well,
For most of it.
as I touched
For
on,
90% of the game, 70 minutes, I'm telling you, they were the better team.
well, like I touched on early in the game, when you have players like who are like a standing goalkeeper, when the ball rolls through their feet and loses you the game, then you're never going to win. They got to find a way not to just choose him in that 17.
it's just,
Had
bro,
2 intercept passes. I don't care if that second one was forward or not. I mean, a knock on or not. The fact that he already did it the first time with an overlap too. He threw it to his ankles with an overlap. He threw it to his ankles. They scooped it up, scored, and then here again. Yeah, sorry, man, but you got.
no, I look,
You know, you can dominate for 90% of the game, but when you have players like that, you're definitely
we've
losing.
defended Carl Flanagan for ages. This is indefensible. I'm sorry, I cannot defend this. What he did today was he literally set up 2 tries for the Raiders. He had more try assists for the opposition than he did for himself.
He had more try assists for them than they even had for themselves.
Yeah, like this was a performance. Like,
The Canberra Kyle Raiders 24, the Dragons
bro,
16.
if I was the coach, I'd be telling him, "I'm sorry, but you need to be dropped for at least a week." Like,
Oh, they should start negotiating to release him from the club.
I think that makes the most
Like,
sense.
pay him
to me.
out this year and pay him out a portion of next year. If he wants to dig his heels in, give him all of next year. I don't care.
Like-
See you later. Like, regardless, because his money's taking up the salary cap next year. You just don't have the headache of trying to choose him.
Those 2 try assists he gave away were the
He
difference
needs
for
to
the
go.
game.
No, they were absolutely the
Yeah.
difference.
No,
And-
just release him.
And the thing is, like, most of the team today played well. Set to 2. Even Fine was good. Valentine Holmes set up a beautiful try for Terrell Sloan. I know Terrell Sloan had that knock on, but other than that, he was really
I'm
good.
sure he's a lovely fellow, but man, you need first graders.
Who are you talking about, Sloan or Flanagan?
No, Flanagan. Sloan was great. Besides
Yeah.
that knock on, and you know, then I'd even get upset at him. Like, nah, refuse to blame
it
the guy
happens.
at all. But the fact that the other guy gave 2 gimme tries, like both his tries, both his passes, if they find the mark, well, the first one they probably should have scored.
Yeah.
The second one, if it finds its mark, they go on the attack.
But
Yeah.
what was
And
that
instead
first
of
pass?
them scoring points, it was an overlap. If it finds its,
But what
he
was
throws
that
at his
pass,
ankles.
bro? Like, I was just like,
It's not first
that's
grader.
not like, you can't forgive that. You can't if you
not
want to set
first
standards.
grader.
If you want to set standards and you want to be given the coaching role for next year, you need to set standards by making decisions.
He's still living off his under 20s glory days when Metcalf actually partnered him in the halves, you know.
Bro,
Metcalf was his halves partner that year. They went first.
who? Flanagan?
Yeah, at Cronulla. Luke Metcalf was the other halves partner.
Like, you know, if you look at the rest of the team, right? Toby Couchman, 178 meters. Hamish Stewart, 133 meters. Ryan Couchman, 115 meters. Loco Pacific Itonga, 90 meters. Valentine Holmes, 164 meters. Like, a lot of the team is putting in effort. And then, like, you feel sorry for these young guys who are putting their bodies on the line week in, week out, and then they get served up this trash. Like, if you're his teammate and you see him do that twice.
Depends what teammate is seeing this. Because I think Daniel Atkinson needs to be dropped too.
Yeah. No. But I'm saying, let's say Toby Couchman turns around.
You get dirty at
Because
your
when you get
halves.
dirty, like, bro, what are
But
you doing?
You know what burnt me? It didn't burn me, but I mean, it burnt me because I feel sorry for these young forwards. But who did? I think it was Setu too. Did an error out on the right hand side, right?
Yeah.
Or something happened. He ran out. They took him out or something, right? Or some error. Anyways, Egan runs over, grabs him up, pats him on the head.
Yeah.
It's all right. And I thought, fuck me, like this team. how are they in the fight every game with certain halves like that? They just
Yeah.
shoot him in the foot. I think, man, like look at the attitude of these Couchman twins, Stewart, Egan, Loco.
Yeah.
Man, you absolutely love them for it. You know, like even Luch, he tries for him. You know,
They should keep him.
I want to.
Bro, next year with the team you guys will have,
Love to.
he's going to be so good for you
What's
guys.
happened to Hame I haven't seen him in ages.
Apparently they're going to let him go.
Yeah, okay.
But you know, like the thing about Dean Young, who is the biggest pretender coach I've ever seen in my life, like I don't know how the guy is a coach. I don't know how the guy played first grade. Like I'm still shocked
You're still
that this
perplexed,
guy.
eh?
Bro, I'm still perplexed that this guy won a grand final. He played for New South Wales Cars.
And Australia.
These guys are fucking jokes.
His father was the football
But
manager
how
each
the
time.
hell does
At
Jacob
the
Little?
Dragons, then at New South Wales.
Explain this to me as a Dragons fan. How does Jacob Little still only get 25 minutes a game?
He doesn't look like he's fully fit still. They're trying to manage his hamstring, I feel. I don't know. It went from him getting half a game. Flanagan knew how to use him and Cook. I'll give Flanagan that. To, I don't know, man. Yeah, you're right. How's he getting 25 minutes?
And then Helen Gahu doesn't get a run,
Yeah, all this, you know.
but Gula does, and Josh Kerr,
I
22 minutes.
I don't know what Gula offered out there. Like Kerr, I saw him run up and offload a few good stuff. But Gula, I was like, and now I look at it, how did he get half an hour? I barely realised he was out there.
Yeah.
Like, how do you take Helen Go with you and you don't play him?
Well, he was out there for half an hour. He made 65 meters,
Oh, is that all?
6 runs.
Jeez, in half an hour. Jeez, Loco must have done double that in the same time.
Loka did 90 in, I'll tell you how long.
What, 40 minutes?
45 minutes.
Yeah, there you go. But Loco pulled off a lot of tackles.
Yeah, Loka made 34
And he was
tackles.
up the middle shouldering the
Oh,
oak.
no, sorry. How many tackles? I'll tell you how many tackles he made. Loka made 35 tackles.
There you go. It was busy.
Yeah. Emre Gula made 22. So, look.
How did all the young what I don't know what you call that forward pack now. You got to give him a nickname.
Stewart, 46
How do you-
tackles. Couchman, 44 tackles. Egan, 39 tackles. Toby Couchman, 37 tackles.
What about their hit ups and all that?
Yeah,
Jeez.
177 meters, 140 meters. Like, bro, they're killing it.
They're just non.
Next year, you bring in Sami, you bring in Drinkwater, you bring in Metcalf, you bring in
Keon.
Keon Kolomatangi. Who else did they sign? Connor Watson. Bro, this team is going to be a blistering team.
Yeah.
They're going to be such a powerful, dynamic team.
They're going to be a problem.
They are, bro. They will be top 8
Yeah.
as long as they don't have Dean Young as coach.
Don't know who they're going to get coach.
This was a blood of a game. Such a bad game.
Oh, God.
It was
Oh,
so
yeah, then
tough
on
for me
the
to see
Canberra
through it.
side, like I don't know, man. Was anyone wow? Like even
Not a single player was
like
well.
was Ethan Strange just their best player? Like, you had the flat track bully out there.
No, Simi Sasangi was back, and I reckon he was their best player.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he went. He had
24
a dig.
runs,
He had a dig.
238 meters.
He had a dig. Yeah, flat track bully. Like he's a that flat track bully, and again he gets starting spot for New South Wales. There is about probably half a dozen second rows I would choose ahead of him.
I thought obviously Xavier Savage ran for 259 meters, but two of 200
loose
of them,
ball.
yeah, with the intercept.
He's not quick as everyone thinks.
No,
he
he's-
is.
he's-
Like,
he's- I reckon
Sloan
he-
left him in his wake
Who?
when he tried to slow. He was losing ground to Sloan.
But Sloan's like one of the.
You know what I think I don't like about Savage? I feel like he's put on too much weight and size.
No, he's put on size, but he's.
Too much.
I feel like his defense is better.
Remember
this
when he
year.
was slimmer? Man, nobody.
It was too small. I reckon it was too
He
small.
was so more elusive. Now it's just his size. He's got to probably move into the middle more.
I think his
Centers.
body looks good.
Yeah, I reckon he's
Too heavy.
good as
too
he is.
heavy.
Um,
He's not as nimble as he used to be.
yeah, but I just think like overall as a team, they're missing like the keystone cog. Like they're relying on someone like Huddy Young to do it, and I just don't think Hudson Young is that man.
They're
Flat
relying
track
on
bully.
talent and not like actual
Strategy and leadership.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and the structure around the game.
What happened to Noah Martin?
Oh, he's injured. He'll be back in 2 weeks.
And what about the other British guy, the Pom?
Morgan Knowles. No, not Morgan.
Smithies.
Knowles.
No, Smithies is another one.
Who?
Oh, he retired 2 years ago. He went to Super League.
No.
Elliot Whitehead.
No. Why? There's another Pom they got. He was playing last year. He was playing this year. Where is he?
Which palm?
Smithies?
No, not Morgan Smithies. I'll tell you what he's.
Hosking.
No, not Hosking. The other second rower. Remember, he's hit the ground running last year. He was.
That was Morgan Smithy's cuz.
No.
Zach Hosking.
In any case,
I'll tell you what he's in a second. Continue, but I'll tell you.
in any case, this team is out of sorts. And
Matt Nicholson, where is he?
oh yeah,
Maddie Nicholson.
Where is he?
he's injured.
They're missing.
Yeah, he's
missing
injured.
some talent there. Noah Martin and him.
Yeah.
Jeez, they're missing some talent.
Not an excuse to be on 5 wins.
I
I
Yeah,
think there are
true.
6 wins for the season now.
I think like
True, but
as a team, as I say, they're missing that center cog that makes
Yeah.
everything else spin. I think they didn't expect Fogarty to be that big of a loss, and they were happy to let Fogarty go. Which
Which was bizarre.
honestly, I kept saying. Remember last year we were saying I think the Dogs should try and sign Fogarty.
Yeah.
but they probably couldn't have offered him as much as the Manly.
They offered him $500,000, man.
Nah, he's on more than that. He's on
Nah.
about 750. That's why he left.
I think
That's a good deal.
That's why the Raiders told him to go because they only offered him 500.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's bad.
they told him to go to the Seagulls because the Seagulls offered him 750. Because remember, DCE was on 1.3 or
Yeah.
something.
So it was like,
Half the money
Yeah.
of what they were paying, or just
DC.
about for a guy who's younger, not just as talented, but still has supreme talent.
he's got enough to offer.
Look, like individually, there's a lot of brilliance and they're trying, but as a team, it's just not
It's just not
working for them.
working.
I
It's
think
not
this year they need to pack it up. Not pack, like
Oh, they will after the next loss. Like, no, I don't know, man. No, they could go on the run and win every single game of the rest of the season. I think it's highly, highly unlikely. I've put a line through them, to be honest.
I have to. I think they'll get 8, maybe 9 wins this year.
Yeah.
If-
I don't think they're going to be in touch with the 8 when we get to
No,
round
they won't make
24, round
the, they won't
25.
make the 8 especially after that performance.
They're in the
against
same. They're in the
Dragons.
same boat as the Broncos and the Storm. I don't think they're going to
Especially
make
after that performance
Yeah.
against the Dragons, they won't make the 8.
Yeah. And look, the other thing is like,
Look, Broncos and Canberra's definitely out. Storm hanging by a thread.
These guys are also consistent. So the issue with Canberra, I've noticed over the last 10 weeks or whatever, it's always been consistent. It's the same thing, same errors, same giving up a field position,
okay.
the same lack of execution.
Yeah, okay.
There's been literally zero improvement week to week, which is why I've got the line through them. And to do it against the Dragons is kind of embarrassing.
Because honestly, the Dragons, Walla, they were the better team. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying this to make fun. Walla, they were the better team.
They were just missing 2 halves.
Yeah,
You know,
polish.
Do you know if they just had one half that could
Yeah.
take control of the game, they would have won comfortably.
Yeah. Because Daniel Atkinson kicking it out and kicking dead. And,
And Flanagan as well.
Flanagan
Flanagan
with
did the
the-
same thing. He kicked it dead
Yeah.
as well.
and that's the main consistent thing for the
bruh.
Dragons as well. But you've obviously got a lot of issues as well.
But look, the thing is, I think that the Raiders will be a lot better for next year.
Yeah.
But I still think they may struggle next year if they don't have more experience in the halves.
Yeah, I don't think they're
We'll
a top
see what
8 team for a
happens.
couple of years.
Yeah, it's just disappointing about the Dragons. Who stood out for you from the Dragons, Dibbo? Like a positive.
Well, the Couchmans are always in
Yeah.
it. And so is
Egan, Stewart.
It's always the same guys.
Hamish Stewart again. I thought Hamish Stewart was probably their best because some of these offloads were outrageous. He'd be going on the ground and he'd just scoop up. And
Yeah.
You know, he's a big boy.
He's
Like,
about 6'4".
I actually thought he wasn't that big, but
He's tall.
when I saw him, bro, I was like, wow,
Very
what
tall.
a Like the guy's,
He's very tall.
he's
taller than the Couchmans.
He's a great. No, he's not.
Yeah, he's taller than the
Is
Couch.
he?
Yeah, he's taller.
The
than
Couchmans are very tall.
Couchmans are like 6'2.5", 6'3". Stewart's pushing 6'4". He's
I
very
reckon.
tall.
I reckon Stewart and the Couchmans
He's an athlete.
are very. I reckon they're not even a couple of years away from playing Origin.
Yeah.
You know
I
what's
think
funny?
so far.
And then Egan's the contrast. He's actually short, stocky.
Yeah.
Egan is also what
I
a
love
brilliant
the-
player.
He's about 6 foot even. Maybe Egan at best, probably not. He's probably 5'11". Oh, what a weapon! Just hits with. Did you see Sasangi bounced him off the first time? Did you
Yeah.
see the second time what happened? Sasangi came, ran at him again. He picked up Sasangi and
And
dumped
dumped him.
him.
That was a
Yeah.
good tackle.
You know, he dumped him. He made see what a play he is. He
Yeah.
made sure we
He's
got.
a- he's my favourite player in
He
the
made
team.
sure we got personally even.
Very disappointing.
Sasangi's a tough runner.
Very, very disappointing for the Dragons, to be honest. This is one that they shouldn't have let get away.
Yeah, happens.
Last game, the Knights and the Tigers. Knights beat the Tigers, at 12-6 at McDonald Jones Stadium.
Look, the conditions don't make it easy.
No.
Look,
Atrocious.
Good turnout, man.
Oh, for
These
that weather?
Knights are
Yeah.
heading towards the finals. They got
It
a
was
good
a tough
lineup.
game.
It was. Tony Sugar had a decent game for the Tigers. Tony
Yeah,
Sugar.
he's starting to come into his own. Adam Dwayne was back. I thought Adam Dwayne added
a
a
massive
lot.
difference.
Yeah, made a massive difference. Look, I don't think the Knights were very good, but
Was their completion 60%?
I'll tell you, 68%.
Well, they
was-
rescued that in the second half.
Look,
Yeah,
they
some
did.
personal brilliance, individual brilliance, rather.
Like in the first half, at one point, it was 9 of 17 completions. 9 out of 17.
That's shocking.
The problem is Tigers couldn't capitalize on that, and that's a problem. Now, just to give it
One try.
just to make sure Tigers fans know what's going on, you guys are apparently having a much better season than the Bulldogs, but as of this round, we're actually above you guys on the ladder. So, God, but.
You know what? I can't wait till you guys play him in a few weeks.
It's gonna
And
be so good.
I hope he's beat. You obviously get the bye. I hope he's beat Canberra. I hope they shit the bed against the Dragons next week.
And then we pump the
And
Tigers.
then to make their season worse, you know, so he's got a few wins ahead.
So the thing about the Knights win, why I'm impressed is because they can play bad and still win. Means that they're a good team. They're a team very much on the up.
Man, there was actually a lot of busts in this game.
There were
Like, you know,
5
it's
or
just-
6 line breaks. It
and
was
somehow it was only 3 tries scored.
yeah.
Yeah, so the thing that made me nervous with the Knights is their all-out attack all year and never really had to defend. They usually win and win comfortably or they lose. This game, I'm not sure what was worse. Like, was it the Tigers' attack that was appalling or... Because
Handling, or was it wet?
Yeah, or was
conditions?
it like the Knights' defense just really good, like improved out the side? Because, like, on the eye test, I thought the Tigers had the worst attacking options I've ever seen from the Tigers. Even though Dewey came back and I thought he played well and he had a fantastic strip and some of his kicks were on point, I thought their fifth tackle options, especially in the second half to close out the game,
Very mediocre.
were like just turning the ball under. Even on the back of that line break, if you remember that, it shifted, and I was like, how haven't you scored? Like, why didn't the ball keep going to the right where you had the overlap? You end up turning a man under and going to center post. It was just like bizarre decision making that was happening.
Look, Dwayne will be good. He's been out for a while. I think he'll be good for the run.
I don't think it's Dwayne's fault, to be honest.
No.
It was brilliant.
No, I think they'll be better because Dwayne would have had some game time now, and next week he'll get
Yeah,
back
a bit more
Yeah.
fitness.
a bit more fitness, a
Yep.
bit more into the groove. I thought Luai, I didn't even see Luai out there. Like, where the
Sorry,
hell
they
was
didn't give him
Luai,
the ball
bro?
enough.
Yeah,
Every time he
that
was
was the
open,
thing,
they kept going. Yeah, they kept going to nowhere.
That's
It
what I
was
was going to say. They were
decisions.
too reliant on Dewey over
like,
here.
he kept calling for the ball and they wouldn't
On
go
the
to
back
it.
of the line break, they shifted right and
All the ball had to do was go to
there was
Luai.
an overlap again on the left and they just didn't go to Luai.
They did it a few times. Man.
Yeah.
They butchered it.
They had the Knights had 41 tackle breaks to 27. I want to say that last try was a 110-meter try, was brilliant. 108 meters.
Yeah.
Oh, that Dom Young,
That was
he's such a
brilliant.
big...
The Knights lead
He's
I'm
tall.
pretty sure they lead the comp on tries from outside the 40.
Like 20 plus.
Yeah.
20 long-range tries or something.
Yeah.
20 plus.
I thought Kalen Ponga in this game was very quiet. Didn't
Except
really-
his tackle.
Control.
Yeah, the tackle
Controlled,
on
very
Makasini.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great tackle. But overall, was quiet. Fletcher Sharp was quite it wasn't a good team performance by anyone. The conditions made it tough. I will say the conditions made it tough, but both teams should have been better.
Yeah, they should have been better. I thought Phoenix Crossland had a pretty decent game. Like his 40-20 was really good.
Oh, yeah, that was a good
Fletcher
point,
Sharp, I thought was quiet for most of the game, but when he did get involved straight through the middle, he took a dummy half. No, he took a inside ball from Phoenix Crossland and he ran straight through
Yeah.
the middle, and that eventually ended up setting up Dylan Lucas. But
That
I
was
thought,
a great run by Dylan Lucas.
yeah,
That was a
he
great
just
run
ran
by Dylan
straight
Lucas,
past
yeah.
Terrell May. That's all that happened in the game.
I swear to God, then
that's
everything
all that
was-
happened in the game.
And everything else was just a knock-on affair.
Yeah.
I want to talk about someone who didn't play today, and that's Fletcher Hunt.
Yeah.
The ultimate team player.
I want to see
Imagine
Fletcher
he-
Hunt
he's
go
so
to a
good.
team. Like, I want to see him come to the Dogs. Imagine him at the Dogs.
Oh,
Yeah, like you want Jesse Arthurs at the Dogs.
Just shut up. Jesse Arthurs is a good player.
Yeah, all right.
Jesse Arthur.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said Jake Arthur.
No.
Sorry, bro.
Can I say, you know what's interesting is that Tyson Gamble is so,
Far down the pecking order.
far down. He's not even on the extended bench. And that's so good to see. I don't know how.
He hasn't forgiven him for that loss he's had, and Campbell gave it to you that day.
But I think like they're using their bench very well.
They're balanced.
Yeah, Jermaine McEwen,
It's-
like he's
it's
been
insane.
great in second row.
They lost Kaipi,
Yeah.
Kaipi, Spore, and Leo Thompson, and look at them.
They're-
Yeah.
But I also think the coach is really good.
Oh, yeah, he's good. Unfairly sacked from the Gold Coast.
I think, look,
Big mistake. Gold Coast haven't recovered since that.
now can I be honest with you? I think the best thing that happened for him was that he got sacked from the Gold Coast.
He
It
didn't
was a
deserve
basket
to be.
case. It was a basket
Yeah,
case
yeah.
of a club.
But he made the finals with them, and
No,
they were
no.
sitting 8th or 9th, and they
Ninth,
sacked him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
The club was a basket case. They've had a change in leadership a couple of times since then. It's been bought out by some other guys, Matty Johns and Gordon Tallis or whatever.
Yeah, and now that they're involved,
I think I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing that they're involved. I actually think
It's
that's
only like a 10%
I don't think it
stake.
is.
I
I
hope they
personally
don't
don't think it is.
They can help control the narrative, though.
Yeah, that's
But I
what they're
hope
trying
it's
to
not-
do, and I hope they don't get anywhere with it.
But I hope they don't have too much control over the team where they start making stupid decisions based on their like.
They've only got like a 10% stake, though, so
Good.
it's nothing crazy.
I don't think they even bought in. They were just giving it just to
No,
help
they
promote
did.
the club.
no,
they
Matty
bought in.
Johns spoke about it, yeah.
What was the buying? $5,000 each. Mates rates.
Taylor May re-injured his shoulder, so now he's going in for surgery.
Sad.
So he'll be out for the rest of the year. I mean, but he's only going to be missing, 7 weeks? Because the Tigers aren't going to make the finals.
Yep.
So,
You love shitting on them.
So that injury
So are we
is
look-
like a 50% re-injury rate without surgery. Well, why do clubs I've got the same question for the Dogs, why do you just force them back out? Surely that's not just a player decision.
Macassini went decent after replacing him,
I thought
including
Max
that
said he did.
bust. That was,
Yeah.
yeah. I was thinking if Ponga wasn't cutting him off at an angle, he may be scored. But obviously Dom Young was chasing. Dom
The
was
thing is, he could have
fast.
dived from 10 meters out and probably slid over.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the rain.
Yeah.
Now, Dom Young is deceptively quick. You don't realize how quick he
It's
is.
his
He's
stride.
actually,
Yeah, he's got a big stride.
he's actually one of the quickest players in the comp. People
It's
don't
his
realise
stride.
His top speed.
Because he's like 7'5",
gate,
bro.
whatever
He's
it is,
6'5".
is
He's a
huge, yeah.
6'5".
He's
Or he
very
might be
tall.
6'6", actually.
He is
tall.
very
He's
tall.
6'6". He's not 6'5". He's 6'6". That's insane. What a weapon.
Yeah. He's found form ever since
When's
leaving
he
the
off
Roosters.
contract from the Knights?
No, they got him for 3 years.
From last year or this year?
3.5 years from last year. Remember he came.
So
across
1.5 years to go.
No, 2.5 years to go. I'm pretty sure.
2 more seasons.
He won't leave the Knights
I was
anymore.
going to say the
but-
Dragons.
they-
throw
the
bank
Knights
at him.
really
He wanted
looked
to come
after
to
him.
Sydney, but
Do you know? Do you remember Will? What was that? Will Price?
yeah.
I actually feel so.
I
sorry
can't
for him.
believe they released
Yeah.
him.
I honestly feel so.
Man,
bad for him.
that guy's father was a gun player.
He was a gun player, but Adam O'Brien didn't want to play him because he kept playing fucking.
I can't believe he went back to
musical chairs
England. I can't believe no other NRL club jumped on him.
Yeah, me too.
He's going to be a superstar.
Yeah, he
I'm
signed-
actually scratching my head.
He signed 5 years with I think it was Hull, maybe.
That's insane.
yeah.
Man, that guy's an out-and-out NRL player. He's literally playing in a reserve grade comp.
Yeah,
How's he going to develop?
Anyway,
They got to bring him back.
this was I didn't really enjoy this game. I thought there was way too many errors. The Knights were frustrating at best.
I enjoyed watching the Tigers lose.
Oh look, it's always enjoyable when the Tigers and the Eels and the Broncos lose in 1 week. We just needed the
What a
Roosters.
week, brother.
We just needed the Roosters to lose.
No, I don't mind the
But then the
Roosters.
Broncos would have won. So you gotta, you can't
Pick
have
your poison,
yeah,
brother.
Yeah. Can't get everything in life. And the Doggies won, which is a great round. So, any last thoughts on the round?
What's the Tigers run home?
Dragons.
No, I think
I think we should talk about Origin actually after this, just very quickly.
I just want to point out, seeing how you're going to Origin, just something that's a bit left field. Might help the game of rugby league develop in England, but Andy Burnham, who is, I think, the impending British Prime Minister, I don't give a shit where he stands politically, but I'm not going to discuss that, was actually the Rugby Football League, International Rugby Football League president for a year, from 2019 to 2020.
So you think he's a rugby league fan?
He's a rugby league fan, and I think he'll give it a bit of priority. Let's say they'll get a better run under him. He might get him some funding, and
Great point.
He was the
observation.
International Rugby League Federation president for a year, so I thought I'd just point that out. As something to watch for. I'm sure he'll give him a run.
So all right, so we're just quickly on the Tigers draw. They've got the Dragons next week.
Warriors.
Okay.
Then they've got the Warriors at Campbelltown. Then they
Dogs.
have the Dogs at Accor. They have the Raiders at GIO.
Who still might be in the hunt for a top 8 spot.
They've got
They actually got an all right run.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's not
they got
hard at
soft
all.
run.
Then they've got the Eels at Combank.
then they
Then
lose
they have
it.
a bye.
Then they got the Dragons again.
Yeah, the Dragons again.
then they
Then they
got
have the
the
Roosters, the Cowboys. And
All right, the last
Panthers.
3 games are
Yeah.
difficult, or last 4 games, including the Dragons, are difficult.
and they're on 7 wins at the moment.
Yeah,
more
I
than
think
that.
7. I think 7.
No, I think they're only on
or
7.
an 8.
No, I don't think they're on 8.
When have they got the Dragons next week? Cogra or Wollongong?
Just give me a second. The Tigers are on 7 wins.
They can win 6 of those games.
I think they can.
Yeah.
I think the Doggies can also win though. I think we're in a better position than them to make the 8.
But you've got it, man. I said it earlier this week.
The next month will determine.
You get the bye, and then if you can, obviously you got those 3 games plus the bye. That's 8 points. Should see you either equal with 8th or just in the 8th.
I think we can go better than that, to be honest.
Oh, I just said focus on the next month of footy, then the rest can fit in. Whether teams lose form or have suspensions and injuries, we'll see what happens from there. Whether you guys pick yourselves up.
All right, just quickly, I want to talk about Game 3 squad for State of Origin. The Blue squad has been announced.
And chosen by Ronald McDonald.
This is... I don't know how to say this, but... Oh, my God.
Yeah. What did you expect from Laurie Daley, bro?
So, James Tedesco is at fullback. Brian To'o has been dropped, and Jack Bostock takes his position.
Ooh, someone with height.
Tony Staggs has been dropped, with Bradman Best taking his position.
Yep.
Who was the other centre
Kola.
last? Oh, yeah. Tolata Akula
Casey
goes
McLean
down to
out injured.
and Casey McLean's out injured. Tolata Akula is on the extended bench with Crichton coming back at centre. On his wing is Mark Nawanga Tinawahash. Then Mitchell Moses is at 6. Nathan Cleary is at 7. Payne Haas is at 8. Reece Robson is at 9. Barnett keeps his position at 10. How? I don't know, but he does.
Flat track bully.
Hudson Young is at 11. Liam Martin makes his way back in place of Dylan Lucas at 12. Isaiah Yeo is captain at lock. On the bench, you've got Cameron Murray, Anthony Blake, Homoli Olakawatu, thank God, Blake Brayley, Ethan Strange, Tolatau Kola, and Victor Radley. Now, can I ask a question? Why the hell do you choose Dylan Lucas and then drop him one game later?
Because he played.
And not even put Homoli in there, and then, anyways.
What, like...
I think it's considered the fact he shouldn't have made that decision.
If you want to, does anyone want to point out where they have the issues in team selections?
You go first, and I'll go for my issues.
Right. One, I wouldn't have chosen Tedesco.
Same.
Or given someone else a run.
Same.
I'm happy with the 2, 3, 4, and 5, to be fair to income. I wouldn't play Moses and Cleary together.
I could accept 2, 3, 4, and 5.
No, I'm happy with 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't choose Moses there because I just feel like him and Cleary take away from each other.
Who would you have at 6?
I honestly would go Laurie. I would go Laurie. And look, if you
I agree with that.
If you wanted me to go further left field,
Yeah.
I would have loved to see how Cody Walker. I know he's 137 years old.
Too old.
Right? I would love to have seen him go. How he goes with with Cleary.
I wouldn't test new combinations
it's a big game,
in Game 3.
It's a game on the line, and I'm sure Cody, he relishes the challenge. Anyways, past that now. Payne Haas, tick. Reece Robson's a no for me. I would go Blake Brayley as my starter. We need points. And Coruscant would have been his backup hooker on the bench.
I agree with that.
Right? I would go no for Barnett. So I would actually have Stefano Tukumanu starting.
Yes.
Right? I would go no for the flat track bully.
Yes.
How about Keon instead of Stefano?
No. I'll get there.
Yeah.
Cam Murray would be my starting second row. I wouldn't even choose Hudson Young in my team.
I don't know.
Liam Martin, no, I wouldn't have him starting because I still feel like he was underdone or underwhelming for Penrith against the Cowboys.
True.
Homoli would be my starting second rower. Isaiah would be there. And then for the bench, I'd have Adam Fanua Blake, Keon Kolomatangi, who can play in the front and second row. I always said I'd have Coruscant. That's 3. I'd have Ethan Strange. I'd have Tolatau Kula. And then for my number 19, out of left field, based on the players available, I would go with Toby Couchman.
No, I wouldn't go with Toby Couchman.
That's who I would go with. Someone that's got flair up the middle and can motor.
Yeah. I get your thinking. For me, it would have been
I'm
Tedesco would have been
going
gone.
attacking minded.
Yeah, so for me, Tedesco's gone.
For who?
Edwards.
Edwards.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't even
Edwards.
say that at the start.
I'd be looking back at 2024, who was playing in that decider. They're the players I'm thinking of, and I think you need to take a leaf out of Queensland book. Like, you need to bring players that actually respect Origin, not their respectfully to all the players that are being selected, coming to collect a paycheck. You need people that will play Origin for free and play on one limb for free.
I realise New South Wales choose the darlings of the media,
Go, who would you have instead of Bostock?
No, I'd accept Bostock there.
Yeah.
bloody
I don't mind him. Bradman Best, I don't mind. Sorry. Critter.
Crichton played himself
100%,
back in the spot.
yeah,
I know he
100%.
played at 6.
Mark, I don't have any issues with him. I thought he played great in game.
He's a
In game
scorer.
2. Mitchell Moses, like, honestly, the halves combo in game 1 last year
And
didn't
this
work.
year. And
Didn't
this
work
year.
this year. For a
Give me-
decider,
give me
wouldn't do
someone.
it. I could get behind Laurie coming in. I actually don't mind Ethan Strange coming in. Just anyone that actually plays with a 6 on their back, week in, week out, and let Nathan Cleary run the show. Payne Haas, I could get behind. I can't get behind Reece Robson. Like Dibbo, I agree. We need points. Blake Brayley, Appy Coruscant's the combo there. Mitch Barnett hasn't done anything this year. Stefano, Keon, literally anyone else that's been playing consistent footy. Hudson Young.
Flat track bully.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sure can score points, but flat track bully.
I actually, although he had a bad game in Origin 2, that's where I would have played Dylan Lucas as he's all his life
still kept him
back left.
Yeah,
Okay.
He's been left.
very
And then
underwhelming,
Laurie
but-
Daley's played him in the right, which
Yep.
is bizarre to me. I'd play him there. Liam Martin, I could get behind because he's a player that I think
I'd have him on the bench.
No, I'd have him starting
Or not
only
even in the
because he's someone that could defend Cleary.
You just feel like
Cleary's
he's
inside.
underwhelming. Yeah.
And then I'd be going Cameron Murray. Actually, for the front row, the 10 where Barnett is sitting, I'd have Isaiah Yeo starting front row, and I have
wouldn't-
Cameron Murray in the 13.
You wouldn't go traditional front row like Stefano or Keon.
No, so I could bring him off the bench.
Or let's say Terrell May even.
Yeah, so I'd
Stuff.
have him coming off the bench. I'd have Isaiah Yeo if he's still wearing the captain. I wouldn't drop my captain on game 3 decider. I'd move him to the front row. I'd move Cameron Murray into the 13. AFB doesn't make my team. Homole will be on the bench. Appy Coruscant or Blake Brayley.
I was happy to keep AFB, but yeah,
Nah.
okay, I see your point.
No.
If you don't
Ethan
want him,
Strange, I'd keep on the bench as outside back cover. He wouldn't be someone I'm playing. I'd bring Terrell May, Keon, like a couple props because right now
Yep.
we've only got AFB and he's been below average at best. Like Leo Thompson,
So
for as much hate he's copying, he's playing 10 times better footy than AFB.
So if Ben
and
Barnett
this
need
guy's
the
stealing
kick.
a spot.
Yep. Okay. I don't know why he's got a hard on for
Kola,
those.
like I don't
I
mind.
kept him
that-
on my team.
Yeah, I'll
kept
keep him on the bench. I don't really care
Because
if
he
you-
can cover you wing, fullback, and centre. Like, what an asset
Yeah.
to have.
Like if a fullback goes down, he could go in. But
He's
like
a whip it.
I don't mind Bradman best. Like I don't know how fit
know
he's
what?
going to be for this game, but he played well in that decider.
You know, when he's had his opportunities, played well.
Yeah.
And his club form's never been poor. It's just injuries.
No, just injuries.
Yeah.
The time off the field.
Bradman Best.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Bradman Best is a great center, but if it was up to me, it would be.
Yeah,
I would have.
give us
Dylan,
yours.
I would have. What's his name?
Edwards.
Edwards at number 1. I would have Fox at number 2. I would
Okay.
have
Yeah.
Cooler
The
at
forgotten
number 3.
man.
Instead of Bradman Best, I would have Crichton there. I'd have Mark Nwinga-Tinawase because I thought he was great. At 6, I would have Luai. At 7, I would have Cleary. 8 is Payne Haas. 9, my starting line would be Reece Robson, and I'll tell you why. Because he's been there for those first 2 games, and I think if they use Reece Robson and Blake Brayley the way they used them in game 1, I think that's okay. Reece Robson can take the sting out of the forwards with defense, and then Blake Brayley can come on and they can use
As
them.
long as he uses his interchange right.
Yes, but I don't think you drop Reece Robson for a game 3 decider, right? At 10, I would have, I would be starting Stefano Uto Ikamanu or Keon Kolomatangi, but I'm going for Stefano Uto Ikamanu. I would have at 11, I would have Homolu Olakawatu. At 12 would be sorry. At 11, I would have Cameron Murray. At 12, I would have Homoli Olakawatu. At 13, I would have Isaiah Yeo. On the bench, so at 11 will be Sorry. I would have 11, I would have Cameron Murray. At 12, I would have Homoli Olakawatu. At 13, I would have Isaiah Yeo. At 14, I would have Keon Kolomatangi because he can play prop and second row. At 15, I would have a Mitch Barnett because he's an out prop, right? And I think he does bring the aggression off the bench. Just 15 minutes, go out there, do damage, right? Then I would have...
You had Brayley on the bench, don't forget.
Yes.
Yeah, you haven't mentioned him yet, but just letting you know.
Brayley on the bench. I would have Dylan Lucas as well on the bench because I don't think his second game, I don't think his origin career should be defined by his second game.
Yeah.
Who, Dylan Lucas?
Dylan Lucas.
Oh, bloody
game.
oath.
By first game, sorry.
Yeah, it's spot on.
I would have him on the bench.
Oh,
and then for
100%.
cover, I would have Bradman Best. I wouldn't, because Bradman Best there, throwing him straight in, I think is a little bit too far. I'd have
It's
Bradman Best
your
on the
turn.
bench. All right. And then I would have, what's his name? Terrell May at 20th man. I wouldn't have Victor Adley. I think Victor Adley does nothing. You either play him or you don't.
Honestly, if you have Payne Haas, Stefano, Keon, Homoli,
You dominate the full
that's
stack.
like 4 destroyers. Like,
You
I
bash
haven't
'em.
got to the other forwards yet. I haven't got the fact that I missed one.
You
of the
just
second
bash
row.
them in the
Yeah.
middle.
But like, you know,
And then you've got Fox with the speed and the X factor. You've got Mark Nawangati with the speed and the X factor. You've got Kula with the speed and the X factor. You've got Tedesco. You have Edwards shoring up the defensive line. Like, we need to bring back not only, okay, you want to debut people, good, but you need experience. You want to win this game. You don't want to fucking be
how are
stupid
they
about it.
I don't get it. Look, imagine you had those 4 actually starting. You could literally have your starting second row was Keon and Homoli, right? You know,
Oh, you could.
You know, and Payne Haas and Stefano as your props. My God.
Yeah. But
Like, it's smacking him in the face. Like, what are these selectors
No,
want?
but I think Cameron Murray would add a lot more if you start him at second row, and then
Every time he's played second row, he's been lackluster.
no, because what
I don't
I
even get a looking.
what would happen for the second row for the first 20 minutes is we would use Cameron Murray and all our first starting 13 to blunt them out of energy, and then the thing is, if Isaiah does come off, Cameron Murray can then switch to 13. So you interchange between Cameron Murray and Isaiah at 13, right?
I think Cameron Murray needs to play full 80 minutes in the middle at 13. He's played it before and he's absolutely dominated in Origin.
Well, I'm happy then to start because I think Isaiah can play a more of a second row position as well. I just don't want to move him into the prop position.
You know why I like him and Isaiah Yo out there? Because they're such workers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they'll free up all the other boys to
Madge
bash.
played Isaiah Yo in front row.
And it
But
worked so
him
well.
and Cam Murray, 12 and 13, because they'll go back. The other boys can go out and bash,
Yeah.
for example.
And
Like,
these
I had
guys, yeah.
Stefano and Payne and Homoli in my starting lineup, they can go out and bash.
The thing is, because even if Isaiah is 13 and Murray is say 11 or 12, during the game in attack they can switch.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to stay.
Yeah.
Do you get me? Because you can use that roaming sort of thinking process for the both of them. Whereas this makes no sense to me. I feel like having Hudson Young and Liam Martin there. Look, I rate Liam Martin, but Liam Martin's been out for 6 to 8 weeks. Right? Bradman Best, he's been out for 4 to 5 weeks, just came back.
Underdone, both of
Right?
them.
Underdone. Jack Bostock, he's only played his 3rd game for the Dolphins. Underdone. Right? Came back from an ACL. He's been out for 12 months.
I think he's been fantastic.
No, he's been excellent. But you and I both know that Origin is a step up. And this is going to be his debut game.
Yeah.
Why do that when you've got the likes of Fox that you can bring in and put there?
Maybe because
For a
Bostock's been in
decider.
and around camp.
In Suncorp.
Has Queensland announced their team, or will they still do the traditional thing? They wait for us to announce their
No,
team
they
so
wait
they
for
can
us.
go and change their lineup accordingly? Is that what they still do?
Like Tolotau Kula. Why would you drop Tolotau Kula to the bench and bring Bradman Best in when Tolotau Kula has done nothing wrong?
Yeah.
Like, what is the... I want to understand, what does Bradman Best bring that Tolotau Kula doesn't, given the way that Tolotau Kula went and played for Manly this week?
You know what? Kempy raised a good point. He's like, what does it actually take for you to earn a spot in New South Wales, and what does it take for you to lose a spot in New South Wales team? Because none of it
Easy.
makes sense.
So you got the darts board with the bullseye, and then they put the players there, and then Laurie and Brandy have, and then whoever lands on, that's how they choose their team.
Because that's what it feels like.
That's how.
Because there's no consistency. Like, why did Homolo get dropped last time?
And why is
Dylan
he
Lucas
only
is
back
playing
on the
good.
bench?
Because they didn't land on him on
Why
the.
can't he start? Like, what are you doing not...
Because they didn't land on him on the darts board.
You know what I mean? Like, Blake Brayley, good. Very good decision. But, why...
That's because there's a lack of options.
No, but why is... honestly, we have so much second row depth, and somehow he still can't get it right. Like,
Yeah.
how the... Anyway.
Husa, Elmo, Husa.
Anyway, with that, we have come to the end of the show. This is one of our longest shows ever at 2 hours and 40 minutes. It's been absolutely great. I've loved the chat. If you are all the way here, if you say the words, I love the kennel, I will personally respond to your comment because you've made it all the way. I will personally respond. If you've come all this way, if you say I love the kennel, I will personally respond to you. But also, if you haven't made it all the way and you haven't subscribed, something's wrong with you. So subscribe so you can be normal. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Share it. We're going to have timestamps down the bottom. So if there is a particular part that you do like, you can share it from that timestamp so people can watch. We're also going to split this up into shorts and into sections talking about the Dogs and the Blues. So keep an eye out for that. But with that, do you guys have any last thoughts before we bid people adieu?
No.
How many? I know it's jumping here, but how many games are we looking at this week? Is it a full round again?
No,
or is it
no,
like,
no,
what, 5 games?
5 games.
It's one of those shitty rounds.
So 1 or 2 more weeks and we're back to normality.
Yeah.
They really got to stop this.
This is the last bye round for
I
me.
feel like I get starved of
so
footy.
much, man. I hate. It's not even that. It's just I feel like teams are so badly affected.
Why
by
don't
it.
they do this? Can't they just do State of Origin if they don't want it? Can they do it after the grand final, like after a 2-week break?
No, but then it impacts what's it called?
What players having a break?
Internationals.
No, internationals. And players having a break because they can't change the grand final from being that first final.
All right, so it goes back to my other thing previously: 3 weeks back to back to back.
Well,
And then
apparently with the new deal, that's what they're going to do.
And then the third week, the teams can all play. You know,
Yeah.
so really, you're only losing
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you get but then I think you start the week a week earlier. You get the drinks breaks,
yeah.
and really you only lengthen the season by 1 week.
But then what they also can do in that 3 weeks is make it, instead of doing a June 30 deadline, I reckon they can do a 3-week trade window.
Yeah.
Just do a 3-week trade window where, because people aren't playing, they can make decisions. And instead of like saying, oh, you have to make a decision before June 30, you have 3 weeks to make a decision. Clubs can start talking for any time.
Transfer window.
Yeah.
Yeah, transfer window. You got the January transfer
That's what
window,
we're
and
talking
then you know, I think the
We
June
spoke
or
about
Ju-
it in the last podcast.
Yeah, transfer window. Yeah, it's a quick June before pre-June 30 deadline. You know, if
Yeah.
you want to get players for the rest of the season.
Yeah, just 3 weeks. Like, negotiate your hearts out. Get rid of your players that
And
you
then
don't
obviously
want.
you get the November transfer window.
Yeah, then you get the November transfer window.
Yeah, nice. I like that.
I think that will
if your contract
Will
elapses.
generate a ton of hype.
so much hype, so much build up. But then also what it does is I think it eases a lot of the stress throughout the year for players and like
Oh, yeah, 100%. And like all the speculation from the media, we've had it since a round 1 kickoff in March all the way through to now about Bronson Cherry, for example.
It's been
That could have been like nothing spoken about. A week leading into transfer window, someone talks about it, or the Bulldogs are looking at potentially moving on Bronson Cherry, or Cherry's looking to move in the transfer window. That's what the story becomes instead of being a 4-month affair.
And do you know the other thing with the transfer window, what it does is it restricts a lot of the noise from the teams and the players to that 3 weeks. So instead of having 6 months to decide, bro, you've got 3 weeks.
That's
Yeah.
what happens in the Premier League, for example, in English Premier League soccer.
And social media goes off for 3 weeks talking about, bro, it goes
And
nuts.
then, and then they get over it.
And then they're over
Then you
it.
hear whispers here and there, but
Yeah.
nothing can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they literally
Till
have
the window
until the last
opens.
minute to make a decision, and then it's done. And we don't have that speculation. Like, all right, there's always going to be that speculation, but when you can't sign with anyone until the trade window,
And you still got to do a medical and all
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So it's anyway. I hope that happens. But with that, we have really come to the end of the show now. We're not going to open any more new topics because it's been a long episode. We love you all. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we will definitely catch you in the next one. Be sure to catch us on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. live on YouTube to talk all things rugby league, to talk about the State of Origin teams, talk about the upcoming games, and all the good stuff. So we will see you on Tuesday afternoon, or Tuesday evening. Guys, it's been a pleasure, and we'll catch you guys soon. Take it easy. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.
Adios.